Get their peace of mind. Stop living in fear. It's no fun. Call today to set up your free consultation. 865-801-9250. That's 865-801-9250. Stop the calls by making a call. 865-801-9250.
WKGN 1340. Go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another legendary edition of The Drive. Here on Fan Run Radio. See what I did there?
You did.
We welcome you in alongside Bob Baskerville. I'm Russell Smith, Baron Walker through the glass this afternoon as we get down to it. A chilly, dreary, overcast Thursday afternoon here in East Tennessee. We 3 weeks from the big day today.
That's right. Oh. It's on a Thursday this year, huh?
It is. Yeah, I believe we're parlaying that into a 5-day weekend.
We're going to be here that week at all?
I mean, you might be here. I'm going to take some time off. So it's Wednesday is Christmas Eve, Thursday Christmas Day. I think we're going to take that Friday as well, and then this all depending on Tennessee's bowl game. If Tennessee's playing like on the
I've got a social engagement on the 22nd.
Social engagement?
Yes.
Bears attending a ball.
You have a gala you got to go to?
No.
A wine and cheese event?
No.
Do you have a Christmas party?
Yeah, it's a like a family kind of Christmas party.
How many?
Remember last year when I ditched you and left you with? Dawson. I went last. It's a yearly thing.
How many? Bob, you seem like a guy that gets invited to a lot of Christmas parties. How many? Do you have a bunch on the calendar?
I'm not going to brag, but no, actually not that many. Just a couple.
Just a couple.
The big challenge for me is it is my daughter's birthday and my wife's birthday are in this month.
Ooh.
And they are 2 days apart.
Wow.
My daughter's is the 8th. My wife's is the 10th.
Expensive month for the Bobino.
It's an expensive month because, wifey, and I love her, is always like, oh, don't worry about it.
But you said not to get you anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Why am I sleeping on the couch?
Yeah.
I always thought it was a jip because your birthday being right next to Christmas.
Yeah.
My brother was a Christmas baby. And he celebrated his birthday in July.
Yeah, I've got my whole family. I was, oldest of 3 boys. So in my 5-person kid family, whatever. Yeah, I was born in July. My 2 brothers and both parents born in March. Mm-hmm. So it's like all the birthdays are in March, except for me. Mm-hmm. I'm a Leo.
Me too. I am too.
Yeah. I could sense a certain strength of character about you.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what's not fair. This recruiting thing, man. I mean, we were drinking from the keg of glory yesterday. It is still a fine class, but it's looking like we might end up with missing out on both Salesi Moa and Legend Bay.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
It's a weird situation.
If you've ever, for any of you Arrested Development fans out there, if I'm Josh Heupel, he's like, I've made a terrible mistake.
Well, I mean, I told you yesterday my sources were saying he was kind of a head case.
So, the young man's name is Legend.
Yeah.
So, and I guess he doesn't choose his own name, but I mean, that's again when you when you go through life named a legend, I'd imagine there's a certain amount of
You got to be a legend. You got to do legendary type things.
You're not going through life named Bob or Russell or something like that. I mean, you probably carry a similar weight on your shoulders when you go through life named Bear. There's an expectation there, right?
True. I would think
Is
so.
that what it says on your birth certificate? Just Bear.
No.
The
on
artist.
your driver's license.
The artist.
Bear in quotation marks.
Artist formerly known as Bear.
No, but yeah, I mean, it's, and then you add on top of it, you're a 5-star athlete. He definitely has some diva-like qualities.
So if you're just tuning in this afternoon, you haven't been keeping up with this drama here, but yeah, it's a lot. Let me pull up the 247. This is Mike Roach. The saga of Legend Bay added a new chapter Thursday. The top 247 athlete from Forney, Texas. Talk of National Signing Day when he flipped to Tennessee, blah, blah, blah. The following, a post from Bay's social media account on X was quickly deleted. Said, "Good afternoon. I was just recently logged out of my IG and probably will be logged out of this account as well by my older brother who has access to my account because I won't sign to the school him and my mother wants - Legend Bay." And that was quickly deleted.
Yeah, I mean, there were rumors yesterday, it wasn't rumors. There was a story that, okay, so currently he's 17. I guess, what'd you say, maybe for a couple more weeks. And his mother technically, she has to sign the papers. And apparently the story was that she refused to sign papers for him to go to Ohio State. But yeah, mom and brother really love Tennessee.
Brent Hubbs moments ago on VolQuest said that he signed with Tennessee, so he can't be talking to Ohio State coaches. I don't know what the penalty for that would be in an age where there are no rules, but so that's the rule for what it's worth. And if he wanted to go to Ohio State, he would now have to enter the transfer portal.
We can't just let him go, guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's my take, Bob. If the guy doesn't want to be here, like that's not going to end well.
I would wash my hands as quickly as possible of this thing, man. I don't care how talented he is. This is not going to end well, even if he stays. This should be the reddest of red flags at this point.
Do you also immediately, whatever you were planning on budgeting for him, just add that to Moa's offer to try and money whip him away from
he's
Utah?
already signed. I mean, he's already there.
Signed.
Yeah. No, I think you're going to miss on both, which is a shame. But, I mean, you've got Tristan Keys. You've got Tyreek King coming in the slot there. You've got the two guys that we're super excited about, and Jackson and Travis Smith this year. I mean, maybe you look at adding a depth piece in the portal. I think you're going to run into the same problem you had last year, which is guys don't want to come here to a school that doesn't rotate receivers much to be a backup. But that's always an option there. But yeah, I mean, I'm with you, Bob. I think that this doesn't end well, and who knows what the truth is. But if it is as it appears online today, I think that's one Josh Heupel's better off just, hey, we just went through this with Boo Carter, a similar type situation.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
I was just going to say, I've got a little PTSD from
Boo
and Nico. Honestly, I mean, Nico was he was already here, but I mean, still a lot of drama that just is a distraction to the program, and we don't need it. Yeah, and then Boo, and now this. I just, man, it's like Josh has said before. Nobody's bigger than the power T.
I mean, I would hope that they would, when they're in the doing their getting their portal guys, that they would prioritize a punt returner. Just go get a mercenary.
Yeah.
Go get somebody that
D. Williams.
Yeah, get one of those guys. They're out there.
Or quarterback.
Or add that money to quarterback.
I mean, I don't know if I would prioritize punt return. Like that's on that list.
I would put that on that list. So,
it would be.
How many games does it cost us now, Russ?
It would be on the list somewhere for sure. It's just a shame that all this stuff kind of, I mean, it does detract. Even if you don't get this guy, I still think you're down to 7th. Georgia and some other schools had some guys come in late that boosted them up. So if you lose both of these, I think the 7 rating takes into account Moa. If Bay comes off the list, that might drop you another spot or two. Hopefully you stay in the top 10 if that matters to you for optics. But it's still a good class. You got Faison and Keys in there, TJ White, Joel Wyatt, Osenda, Braden Rouse, all the guys we got yesterday, Carter Gooden, Jordan Carter, and then Finch ends up flipping from Alabama as we speculated. So fine signing class for Josh Heupel, but we just can't have nice things, can we?
No,
we were supposed to be hanging on the rim today, and yet there is wailing and gnashing of teeth.
It's true. It's true.
I know. And I wish it wouldn't put such a dark cloud on this recruiting class, because it's still pretty much better than any recruiting class Heupel has gotten in here at this point. And Russ, like you just said, we're fine at wide receiver right now. Like, we have both Staley and Matthews coming back. We have Jackson and Travis Smith in the program for 1 year, assuming they both stay. And we have a 5-star receiver in this class already. Like, if you're going to miss out on a recruit, wide receiver is not the position of need we're scared about.
I mean, the bigger thing to me is just avoiding. Imagine if they kind of talked him into it, but his heart wasn't really in it.
Yeah. That sounds like it's what happened.
And we get 6 months, but he doesn't. He just goes ahead and tries to stick it out and comes here.
Well, kids get homesick. Just playing devil's advocate here. Like, you get him here, and maybe he sees the light and sees an opportunity to return punts in the SEC and work his way into a receiver or running back rotation at Tennessee and everything. But it certainly is an awful lot of drama in 24 hours for one player who hasn't played a down of college football yet.
The only way I would be super angry about this is if he does some sort of, and Lord knows it could possibly track if he's like, I'm out. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to LSU.
That would add
a
layer of intrigue for sure.
If he's going back to Ohio State, so be it. But just don't drag us through this drama. This is absurd.
Coming up here in just a little bit, Adam Sparks is going to join us. You'll get the Knoxville News Sentinel's Tennessee football beat reporters' take on all things that have transpired with Tennessee football in the program. It's been an eventful season and an eventful couple of weeks, an eventful couple of days here in Big Orange Country, and always love getting Adam's take on things. So we'll do that coming up here in just a few minutes. In hour number 2 of the show, we're going to be joined by Greg Polinsky. He is an assistant basketball coach, 5th year in the program under Rick Barnes, was kind of a analyst, quality control guy for 1 year, and then was promoted onto the staff and has become an integral part of what Rick Barnes does here. If you read Grant Ramey's behind-the-scenes piece from the Syracuse game, you got an inside look at what he does before the games with scouting and things like that. And we will get to ask him about, what was going right early in the season, what has gone wrong the last 6 days or so for Tennessee basketball.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Greg is the thing about GP too is I used to have him on my show weekly, and I think we're fortunate that he's going to be joining us weekly. He's gotten quite comfortable, like, with real talk with us. So that's the part I really like. There'll be a little bit of coach speak. There always is, but
the basketball guys are so much more engaging than football guys on the whole.
Yeah. So it should be fun.
Yeah, so that's coming up, hour number 2. Boy, I was up late last night watching the Lady Vols. We got the plane landed, but it wasn't necessarily pretty out there in Palo Alto.
No. Are we getting a little concerned about
what?
The Kim Caldwell experience?
The whole thing already?
Bob's out?
Hey, 8 games into year 2, we're having this talk?
It's okay to do it on the men's team, right?
we certainly did.
Retirement Rick.
Last night, Russ, 19% from 3-point range, 50% from the free throw line. The only thing that saved them, their defensive
Cooper.
Well, and their defense was on because they forced 30 Stanford turnovers. 30.
Wow.
But they still only won by 3.
Well, we put on a clinic on how to make a 5-point lead disappear in less than 60 seconds.
Yeah.
It was 62-57, and they came back and tied it.
And what's Kim doing to her hair, man? Did you see that?
Whoa.
She's wearing it up again. I like it.
No, during the game she wasn't.
At the end of the game, she was.
She must have pulled it back because I went to bed a little early.
That's
but
the key. You got to put the hair up.
No, it was first half. It was down and it was not optimal. What? That's all.
What is happening
hell?
right now?
What? I
I didn't mean that as a.
it was just an interesting look. That's all.
I don't mean that as a sexist comment.
No, it's not.
I mean, what about?
Hey,
Would have said the same
she
thing.
knew whatever she wants with her
Wait,
hair.
what is-
now.
what is-
Now that is
What?
that's
What? Just saying, she's a good-looking woman. Can I not say that? I'm a
I
happy.
mean, not really. We never talk about Rick Barnes.
Hey,
like
exactly.
Personal appearance is not show fodder one way or the other.
this. Although Rick doesn't have a whole lot of hair anymore.
Oh, there we go. Okay, fire away.
Well, he's grandpa now. He's
All
Grandpa
right.
Barnes.
Coming up, Adam Sparks of KnoxNews.com, your Knoxville News Sentinel, University of Tennessee football beat reporter, joins the show. He had a really interesting article earlier this week. Took us kind of inside the NIL process over at UT. You got to go read this, KnoxNews.com, if you haven't already. We will talk about a pivotal offseason, I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
Coming up for Josh Heupel and the Volunteers with Adam, coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Now through the end of the year, we're offering half-price whitening with a cleaning. That's right, half-price whitening with a routine teeth cleaning at Knoxville Smiles. Call today to set up your appointment. 865-539-1776. That's 865-539-1776. Or book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Are you a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal? Are you concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency? You know the Griffin Law Firm is your trusted ally in military legal matters. But did you know they also specialize in civilian federal employment law? If you're a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal, if you're concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency, the DOE, FBI, FCC, or DOD, you might not know it, but you do have legal recourse. The Griffin Law Firm specializes in federal employment law, military law, and security defense law. VFL Marshall Griffin and his experienced team are ready to make your problem their problem, no matter which federal agency you work for. Don't face federal employment issues alone. Remember, remain silent, request counsel, call Griffin Law, 888-707-4282, online at griffinlawdefense.com.
Today, we raise a glass of Jameson Irish whiskey to the sport of football. Hear, hear!
To Gaelic football, born in Ireland in 1885 in its thrilling blend of soccer, rugby and basketball. On a massive field, 15 players kick or hand pass a round ball that scored points over a bar or into a net. No pads, no helmet, no sense.
Hear, hear!
To college football, which kicked off in 1869 when Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4 in the Battle of New Jersey. With 11 players and helmets and pads, teams battle on a 100-yard gridiron with explosive pass plays and hard-hitting tackles. Unless you're called for targeting.
Hear, hear! Since 1780, Jameson Irish whiskey has been enjoyed by sports fans all around the globe. Whether your football is Gaelic, American, or even soccer, we can all agree on super smooth Jameson Irish whiskey. Hear, hear!
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. Russell, Bob, and Bear back with you. Walker Smith hanging out with us as well. And Pleased to be joined by Adam Sparks of KnoxNews.com. Good afternoon, Adam. How are you, sir?
Good, guys. How y'all doing? Well, I should say I'm doing okay. I've had the flu all week.
Oh,
so if you didn't hear my voice at the press conference, that's why I had to do it remotely yesterday.
Oh man, that's a bummer. You on the mend?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm coming back. I'll be back in the public in about 48 hours, I hope.
All right. Well, I was going to ask if you are on Legend Watch this afternoon. You gotta love recruiting, right?
From afar, a little bit. I think it seems to be there's some truth to that. I just don't know how much of it is exaggerated. This would be the millionth time maybe that a parent prefers one school over what the kid wants. I mean, that actually happens quite a bit.
Yeah.
And then when you bring NIL money into it, it changes even more. If you're talking about if a family's going to move, that brings in even more to it, and you didn't used to see that pre-NIL that much. So I don't know though. I know there's the comparison because it's a mom and a son, Boo Carter and all that. I don't know that there's as much of a downside to this, I think, as maybe some Tennessee fans think. I could see why there would be a downside, and maybe in 2 weeks or 6 months or whatever, it would be easier to say, should have just let him go at the beginning. But I don't know. They got a really good player. He'll get here. He either pans out in a year or he doesn't. And, and that'll sort of tell the story. There's not really that much on the line to players anymore coming and going because you're not signing up for 4 or 5 years anyway.
It's become so transactional, man. These kids come here and there's just basketball is even worse, but in football too now, these guys, they go to 2 or 3 different high schools.
Yeah.
So they come up, they're already used to transferring, and it's like, yeah, I'm going to go try this for a year, and if it doesn't work out, I'll go try it somewhere else.
Yeah, and it's so it's so year to year, it's month to month. I heard you guys teasing some of my NIL pieces from earlier this week, and I appreciate that. And the sitting down with the guys that run the NIL office over there at Tennessee and going through on the record and off the record, going through like, wait, how does this work? Where's you guys sit around that table, and who speaks? And do the parents say anything? And do you slide a sheet of paper across the table with a number? It's just, you see even more how transactional this is. I mean, I've covered college football for 25 years. For the first 21 years, when a coach said an exit interview, that meant they sat down with the player at the end of the regular season and said, hey, we'd like you to, gain 15 pounds in the weight room. We'd like you to work on your footwork. We'd like you to do this. Make sure your academics are in order. You need to do this better in the playbook or whatever. Now it's you do that, and then you go and meet with somebody, and they say, okay, we're dropping your pay from 150 to 100, or we're upping your pay. How much do you need? Let's get your agent on the line, or you're saying, hey, we paid you 80 last year. We're going to pay you 0 this year. Wink, wink. That means you need to get in the portal ASAP because we got somebody else on the line that we're going to bring in. And it's just so transactional. And you've got guys that these guys get direct deposits. I mentioned it in the story. You got guys that get direct deposits monthly. You get some of these guys that instead get a big bulk of their money on the back end at the end of the semester. And so you're having guys hang around till they get that money. It's not what it used to be. That's for sure.
Hey, Adam, I saw your piece on News Sentinel also about, the fact that, and of course this dropped before any of this potential Legend Bay nonsense is happening. But, as you said here, best signing class in 11 years. So again, a productive day yesterday. We really needed it after last weekend and the loss to Vanderbilt. We just needed some good news. even if Legend Bay moves on, I mean, does it still rank? I know we will take a little bit of a nick in terms of the standing of that recruiting class, but still, there's a lot of positivity here we should be looking at, right?
Yeah, I mean, right now it's ranked anywhere from 5th to 7th. I guess if you take the 24/7 by itself, I think it's 3rd. So somewhere around the top 5, certainly top 10. Heupel's best class was 10th. That class 11 years ago for Butch, that one was 24/7 composite, I think was 4th. So even if Legend Bay left tomorrow, it still would be the best class in over a decade. It's just, you kind of react to these things a little differently than we did for years, because yes, it's a very good class and it means a lot. It just doesn't mean as much as it used to. There's sort of two. I've wrote something today that'll be out in a little while about this. There's sort of two sides to this coin. On one hand, I think it's obvious at this point in the NIL era, that Josh Heupel believes in the Ohio State, Georgia approach to roster building, which is you build a championship roster through high school recruiting, and you just selectively supplement it through the portal. That's what I mean. Ohio State, its national title team last year, had 85% of its roster, or its lineup at least, were high school recruits. Georgia is similar. You build it through there, and you just add a few pieces from the portal. Josh Heupel obviously believes in that. I mean, he signed 28 guys yesterday. But the other side of that is like you'd love to see the books to know how much money they have put on the side for the portal, because you don't want to overspend and use up a lot of roster spots for high school kids that probably are not going to be here in a couple of years. So that'll come out in the wash by mid-January. But that was a question that I had. I mean, they signed 10 defensive linemen, including edge rushers. By my math, they're losing 7 right now, and that includes 2 guys that have already said they're going to go into the portal. Now they'll lose some more to the portal. Others will join that, but boy, adding 10 defensive linemen as freshmen, and that's probably still a need in the portal. So are you going to go add like 2 more in the portal? I won't say they're putting a lot of eggs in one basket, but it looks like they're still putting a lot of eggs in the recruiting basket.
Yeah. Adam Sparks, KnoxNews.com with us here this afternoon. It's going to be a fascinating next month or so for the Tennessee football program, Adam. You've got the bowl announcement coming up on Sunday, so you've got a game to prepare for. Staff movement. There's a lot of speculation. Certainly a lot of Tennessee fans would like to see some staff movement. Heupel has been notoriously averse to change on his coaching staff. What do you anticipate the next month like leading up to the transfer portal opening, and then we could get into the priorities from there? Let's start with the staff first. Do you think there's going to be any major changes for Josh Heupel this offseason?
I mean, what I would count as a major change would be Tim Banks, right? I mean, they may lose an assistant somewhere, just somebody goes and works for somebody else. That happens. But in terms of a major change, it would be Tim Banks. Now, Josh Heupel's never fired an assistant. Would this be his first? I mean, it would make sense if he did, obviously. They were really bad on defense this year. The scheme never worked out. The personnel didn't seem to work. The obvious injuries in the secondary put them behind the 8 ball, I would say. But Josh Heupel can go one of 2 ways. Either he can just say, hey, Tim Banks has had 5 years, had some ups last season, had some downs this season and others. It's just sort of run its course. Let's pay him a buyout and let him go on, and he'll probably get a D coordinator job somewhere else. He's still respected as a D coordinator, but sometimes these things just play themselves out, and you need to reboot with a different coordinator. He could go that route. He could, and this would be how Josh Heupel, I think, typically thinks, is last offseason he said, hey, the offense is not working anymore. There's something amiss there. Let's sit down. Let's self-scout. Let's retool it. Let's change the receiver routes, the route combinations, the alignments, all that. And they came back in the spring with an offense that was quite different than what they had been doing. And they scored 41 points a game this year. I mean, it's the third highest scoring offense in UT history this year. And so he could say, hey, we did that with the offense last offseason. What if we just did a complete retooling of the defense this offseason, but kept the same staff, or at least the same coordinator? I don't know which of those he's going to do, but I could see him talking himself into either.
Let's talk about postseason. The kind of postseason that we're going to be bracing for. It won't be the college football playoffs. And I would assume you're going to be covering the team wherever they go. Where would you like to go, Adam, for a bowl assignment at this point?
Charlotte is beautiful this time of year.
I mean, I wanted to go to Tampa. Tampa's good. It's Florida Bowl. It's a good bowl. The date works. I mean, Tennessee really wanted to go to Tampa too. Tampa wanted Tennessee to go there. The ReliaQuest Bowl, it used to be the Outback, has wanted Tennessee for a number of years. They kept on missing them barely. A couple, 3 times, certainly during Heupel's tenure. And so it was all lined up. If they had beaten Vandy, they were going to go to Tampa. But now, I mean, I still see some projections that put them at Tampa. I don't see that. I don't understand how that would happen. Vandy wants to go there. Vandy's a 10-win team. Texas probably goes to the Citrus Bowl. So then sort of next in line typically is Tampa, and so Vandy would go there. If Tennessee went to the ReliaQuest Bowl in Tampa, that would mean the SEC would allow the bowl to pick a team that was a couple slots below the team that should be there. And that used to happen. People said, well, Tennessee sells tickets and it's good for TV and all that. But that's the old way. That changed a few years ago. That's just not usually how things go now. They sort of align themselves how they're supposed to be, how they're ranked. And so the team with the biggest fan base doesn't always get the bowl that they want. So Gator or Music City, if you're just ranking the teams and the preferences of what's available, it would probably be the Gator Bowl or Music City. Duke's Mayo Bowl, maybe, but I don't see that happening, because if it went down to the Music City Bowl, Tennessee would take Music City over Duke's, and Music City would want Tennessee. So that's where they would go. I mean, if I had to pick one now, I would say Gator Bowl, though. And that's not a great date. It's the 27th. But so, those players would miss Christmas and all this sort of thing. But that's just how it is when you have an 8-4 season.
Yeah. The one you didn't mention, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I mean, hopefully there's no shot. The Liberty Bowl always feels like where postseason teams go to die.
I don't even know that an SEC team will go to the Liberty Bowl, because if 5 teams make it to the playoff out of the SEC, there won't even be enough teams to fill all the bowl slots, and actually not even close. Duke's Mayo may also not get an SEC team. There's not enough teams left over in the SEC to get there, because there were some 5 and 7s. If there's 5 teams going to playoff, nobody even falls to the Liberty. They get like a Conference USA team or something.
Hey, Adam, knowing Heupel like you do, could you see him allowing them to pour that mayonnaise all over his head?
No. And if they did that, I wouldn't cover it. I would leave, because I would.
You feel the same.
I would vomit if I was in the same facility as that stuff. I can't.
I'm with you, Adam.
Mayo.
So you think Heupel would be like? What if they took this is a sponsored event, Josh? Like, we need you to do that. We need you to sit in that chair. It's coming.
I think he would have Tim Banks' defense give up a game-winning touchdown on purpose. So then he could fire Tim Banks. He could say he would throw the game, but it would not be on his offense. He wouldn't get the Mayo bath, and he could fire Tim Banks.
Adam Sparks, KnoxNews.com. So isn't it a shame that what we've done to the bowl games, and I guess I don't even know if it's a shame, it's just inevitable when you expand the playoff like this, but I just think it's the fans are more interested, and it's much more consequential to the future of Tennessee football, Adam, what happens in the portal right after that for those 2 weeks. What do you think? You already kind of mentioned the defensive line there. Obviously, secondary has to be a priority. What are the priorities now that the hay is in the barn with this signing class? What does Josh Heupel absolutely have to get done this offseason for the 2026 roster?
Well, a few things. He's got to decide on the Tim Banks thing. He's got to figure out quarterback, and that's weird because it's out of your hands because it's up to the courts. You have to monitor that close enough to know if there's a chance Joey Aguilar can come back or not, because they've got to have that. They got to know that, I would say, by the bowl game.
Would they definitely want him back?
I think they would. I've been asked that question a lot.
Yeah.
Like, would they really? Josh Heupel's a bird in the hand type guy, and I mean, Joey Aguilar led the SEC in passing yards this year. He threw a few picks that he shouldn't have thrown, but if I told you could get whoever in the portal, like Sam Levitt, and he would throw for what's it going to end up being like 3,800 yards, be like probably second all-time, third all-time in UT history. Would you take that? You say, absolutely, I would take that. Well, you already have that. His name's Joey Aguilar. So, yeah, I think they would take him back if they could. It's just the clock's ticking on that possibility. So you got to figure that out. If he's not coming back, you've got to decide, like, are you going in the portal to get a guy? And if so, how's that gonna play out with George McIntyre and Faison Brandon? So you got to decide that. After all that's done, secondary, you got to hit hard. They got to go get, I would say, a corner. Now Redmond and Gibson can start, but we saw how injuries can affect it. You got to go get a pretty good corner. You got to go get at least one safety. I mean a good safety, not a filler. You have to go get a good starting safety. And something that people, I would say would probably overlook, you got to go get somebody at the star position. That actually would be ahead of corner and safety for me, because that's not, nickelback is not a throwaway position in this defense. It's one of the more important positions on the team in this defensive scheme. Jalen McMurray's gone. Boo Carter's gone. William Wright was the emergency guy there. He's gone. You have nobody that can play the star position. And so you've got to, I don't know how you look in the portal and see who fits there unless you can just get another nickelback from somewhere else. But you got to go get a really, really good DB that can play at that position. So, we're talking about right there just probably three, maybe four, probably four DBs. You probably need to go get another defensive lineman or two. It's just mostly on defense, I would say. I'm fine with what they have on offense. They could maybe add a running back. You have the big question at quarterback, but I wouldn't touch the wide receivers. I wouldn't touch the tight ends. I think offensive line is good. That is one of the benefits that they have, that they can spend 80% of their time looking at defense in the portal and not have to worry as much about offense because of what they have coming back. Offense, they just need to make sure they retain the guys that they have.
Hey, Adam, one thing, and you mentioned it earlier in the show, we've talked about it too, but I had a chance to read your piece on Tennessee's NIL operation. And I just want to say thank you, seriously, because and I've even had some interaction with Spire, and I feel like I have a certain level of understanding. But now, that just shows like how layered, and I mean that probably in a positive way, how layered this process is. It's not just one or two people in a room divvying out money. There's, so much compliance that has to happen, et cetera. I just thought you did a great job in laying all that out.
Oh, well, thanks. Yeah. And I'll probably circle back around to the Spire side of it, to the third party NIL part of it. Cause that's another layer on top of it. And the thing is, that's changing so much. I got an email 10 minutes ago from the Attorney General about, a federal lawsuit going against the College Sports Commission, which is that's the regulatory body over what NIL is now. And so
that's NIL Go, right?
Yeah. So they're trying to push again to change the rules for this next year. So you kind of have to be up to speed on what this is, because it's going to change probably year to year.
Well, and Heupel and Joey, they need to know, this can't be one of those legal things that drags on and, we're going to have a hearing to see if we should have another hearing. He needs to know, preferably in the next week or two.
The Diego Pavia thing, that happened last year. I think it was like December 16th, 17th or something is when that waiver got granted last year. So it was pushed to the last minute a year ago. That's how guys like Aguilar and Miles Kitselman and all those guys got an extra year. So it wouldn't shock me if something happens in the next, 2 weeks. But if it doesn't and you get to the bowl game, then you got to say, Joey, I hope you get a chance to play another year, but it's not going to be here because we gotta hop in the portal and go get somebody. Or I guess you go with McIntyre and Brandon. But 2 months ago, I thought that's for sure where they would go. McIntyre and Brandon, you guys, you reset things. But the more and more I look at this, the more I think that I just don't know that that's where they're going to go. I think they probably go get somebody else in the portal because they went 8-4. If they had gone 9-3, certainly 10-2. You could hit the reset button at quarterback, but you're 8-4 now, and you're going to face a tougher schedule next year. And you can't go 7-5 next year just because you're trying out a young quarterback. That's just not going to cut it.
Hey, Adam. Last thing, we'll let you out of here. Toughness. We hear a lot of former players, say this program lacks toughness, and I'm just wondering, first of all, if you would agree with that, and if so, like what do you do about it? Is it a strength and conditioning thing? Is it a player leadership thing? Is it the head coach? Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you could obviously, if the defense was better this year, we wouldn't say that because that's a lot of where that identity comes from. There's things within any football program that coaches know, players know, that we just don't pick up on. And sometimes we get to report on them after the fact, after they're fixed. I don't know necessarily that you have to have a new strength and conditioning coach or new staff or a new program or anything. I will say the sort of the attitude and the push that you have on those guys in the off season, that creates toughness more than, how much you lift or any of those sort of things. Usually it's more an attitude and mentality of the off season than it is just like a specific program or philosophy of a strength coach. And so you can change those things to that change in staff. I don't know if that's the issue or not, but I've always found it interesting that, and this is not to say that they're wrong, but fans typically, when they have a season that they don't like the results, and they had every reason not to like this one, it's the easy fix is to fire whoever coach. There's about a dozen different things that you can do in a football program to fix a problem. The one that we're just familiar with on the outside is fire a coach. And there's a lot of other options. So fire a coach may be the right solution here, but there's a lot of other potential solutions that we just don't know about, and we won't know about them unless they work.
Well, be an interesting couple of weeks here in Rocky Top as we had a lot of football discussion left, if not actual football to be played, but that's what makes it so fun to cover. Adam, really appreciate the time. I hope you're feeling better, and we will talk to you again soon.
All right. Thanks, guys. You have a good one.
Thank you, Adam.
Adam Sparks, KnoxNews.com. And yeah, I mean, I think it's the Banks thing that's the big fulcrum point. I think this offseason is like, what do you do there? I mean, the portal is big and strength coach and everything, but do you keep him or do you bring him back?
God, a real talk. I just can't picture a way forward. That, of course, that's not our call to make, obviously, but I'm just saying as a fan, it's hard for me to get behind that.
I could see what Adam talked about, though, the way Heupel looks at it. Hey, we fixed the offense by tweaking some things. We can do that defensively. Let's change some things scheme-wise, get some better players here on the defensive line and the secondary, and run it back.
I'd say he does that at the risk of his own job.
Yeah, I mean, you risk putting yourself in the mix, in the gumbo, so to speak, by doing that. Because you bring him back and we have another year like we had this year defensively. I mean, even people like me who aren't, all about firing everybody all the time anymore would.
You mean casting a discerning eye upon Heupel instead of Banks?
Yeah, I'll bring the matches and be lighting the fire underneath his chair. Yeah. I mean, that'd be pretty ballsy to do that.
All right, we'll talk more about it when we continue. 865-966-3435, your phone number to get on the show, 966-3435. The Drive continues right after this.
The Drive.
You're locked onto Fan Run Radio, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and online at fanrunradio.com.
This is Bo Kregner with the Kregner Group at Realty Executives. There's nothing like being home for Christmas. If you're thinking about a fresh start and a new year, or selling while buyers are still active this season, our team is ready to help you make your next move a joyful one. Call 865-742-1035 or visit BoKnowsHouses.com. From our family to yours, Merry Christmas, and thank you for letting us be a part of your story. The Kregner Group, walking by faith, serving others.
It's time for the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Brought to you by North Knox Siding and Windows. Call 865-689-0505 or visit them online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
This week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is Gatlinburg-Pittman High School quarterback Tyson Sutton. Sutton completed 9 of 23 passes for 143 yards and a touchdown in Gatlinburg-Pittman's 23-20 win over Chattanooga-Tyner as the Highlanders advanced to take on Martin Westview in the Class 3A state championship game this week in Chattanooga. Gatlinburg-Pittman's Tyson Sutton, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
North Knox Siding and Windows, locally owned and operated. They can handle all your siding, window, gutter, and roofing needs. Call 865-689-0505 for a free estimate or go online to northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
Fall fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Whether you're heading to work, taking the kids to school, or planning your next road trip, your car needs to be ready for the ride. Hi, I'm Russell Smith, and I've been a customer at Matlock Tire and Auto Service for about as long as I've been driving. For me, it all comes down to trust. Look, I'm not a car guy, and I just don't want to get taken advantage of on car maintenance costs. Matlock Tire Service is a family-owned and operated business, and they wouldn't have made it this long if they hadn't been providing trustworthy service you can depend on. They're the home of the price match guarantee, which means you can bring in any competitor's ad, and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. I've bought a lot of tires at Matlock over the years, and I always go there for my oil changes. You should too. They've got locations in Farragut, Hardin Valley, Lenoir City, Maryville, and Athens. Visit their website, matlocktireservice.com, to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment. Tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Honest service, quality work, dependable care, Matlock Tire and Auto Service.
Just hear those sleigh bells jingle-ling-a-ring-a-ting-a-ting-a-ling-a-too. Ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ting-a-ling. Come on, it's a lovely
All right, Fan Run Radio, The Drive continues on a Thursday afternoon edition of the show. Russell, Bob, and Bear back with you. Walker Smith with us as well. 865-966-3435. You want to chime in, 966-3435, your phone number to get on the program this afternoon. Bill on Twitter says a couple of old guys talking about a young woman's hair. Creepy.
Yeah,
I thought that was really disgraceful by you and Bob Bear.
I had nothing to do with it. In fact, I called you guys out about it. Pointed out that we don't discuss Rick Barnes' hair. Now, I will say, in the interest of fairness, Russ, we have did talk in the past, at times obsessively, about Tony.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
I mean, we did. Everybody talked about. I mean, people talked about how good looking he was.
It's a handsome man.
My point was, I have no problem saying it was a different look last night. That's all.
Just changed it up.
Changed it up. I sent you guys the picture. It was definitely different, and I was like, "Wow, what's going on there?" That was it.
Women sometimes put their hair up.
Along those lines, have y'all noticed Barnes is wearing more orange this year, or is that just me?
That's just you.
Yeah, that guy.
Did you see J.J. Finch during his commitment ceremony? I just saw this moments ago. I had not seen that.
No.
He did the throw the other school's hat across the room thing.
Ooh.
It doesn't happen often because it was an Alabama hat.
Roll down Tide.
He was at the ceremony. He's wearing the tracksuit and an Alabama hat. Stands up, throws the hat off, puts the Tennessee hat on, unzips the tracksuit
Superman
to reveal a dark mode Tennessee football jersey.
So
his number.
I like that guy more already.
There ain't no going back from that, though.
You don't. I mean, you don't worry about it.
What in what way?
In like Alabama,
File that one away.
Circled. Yeah.
Flip through the Rolodex of grievances.
I don't know. I hate to say it, man. I could see Alabama just like, yeah, okay, whatever, moving on.
Yeah, but it's also, Bob, it is. I have enjoyed watching Alabama come back to the pack since Saban left, and the playing field has been leveled on paying players because they just got away with it forever.
Mm-hmm.
They are number 5. Their signing class is number 5, so 2 spots ahead of us. Ohio State only number 6. USC signed the number 1 class.
Yeah, they could,
which is interesting. So maybe it is starting to jumble up a little bit because we had just gotten so accustomed to seeing Georgia, Alabama, and Ohio State, and then everybody else. And I think that would be good for the sport, quite frankly, to see USC, Notre Dame, and Oregon, some other schools, Tennessee, getting up in that top 5.
Out of curiosity, real quick, where did Penn State end up?
The thing doesn't go down that well. They only signed like 5 kids. They don't have a coach.
What are they going to do?
One of the things that I've seen bandied about was Dable.
Yeah, I saw that.
You got to hire somebody, man.
Yeah.
Saban really liked him, did not want to lose. He was OC at Alabama for 1 year, and I think they won a championship, and then before he went to the Bills.
Yeah.
And then on to the Giants from there.
It's a really good coach. I mean, it ended horribly in New York, but we'll have to see.
He was the one that Bill Belichick accidentally texted. Was it Brian Flores? You remember that, Bob? Congratulations.
Yes.
And it was, he hadn't even interviewed yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember that. I'm more of the belief now Penn State just brings that interim guy in for another year.
Yeah.
I
Kicks
think
the can down the road.
That's what I would do.
Let's get a call from Dave. Good afternoon, Dave. You're on the drive.
Hey, guys. What I'm concerned with is that 3/4 or better of our roster are going to be freshmen and sophomores, and a few redshirt sophomores sprinkled in. We only got 10 seniors that they're going to be back next year. Two of them are kickers. Another one is hurt. He's going to the NFL draft.
Well, 50% of the roster this past season was freshmen or sophomores. So if you retain some of those guys, theoretically you get a little bit older. But I think you definitely have to go and we talk about portal priorities by position. Just getting older and more veteran is part of that as well.
I agree.
We also only have one defensive tackle that weighs 300 pounds returning. You got to get some run. Nathan Robinson's the only guy returning that weighs 300 pounds. Guy and Hobbs and all them and Campbell, all them guys are well under 300 pounds.
I would anticipate after a year of strength and conditioning that Campbell, Utley, Hobbs, all those guys are up near 300 pounds next year. I would be very disappointed if they don't put on that weight.
Yeah, me too. But you still got to go out. I just think you got to say goodbye to some of these kids that are never going to contribute. And you got to go out there and get 15 guys at least at positions of need. Safety, linebacker, defensive tackle. Offense, I think except for quarterback, I think, you're going to have receivers. You might want to get a running back, but most of your offensive line is going to be back. You've recruited pretty well there.
I agree. I just think there's got to be, thank you, Dave. We appreciate the phone call. There's got to be a sense of urgency that we haven't seen out of this coaching staff in the portal because fans are tired of hearing about, the building process. And they want to win now and you need difference makers and you're going to have to open up the checkbook for that. But
No,
Everybody else has opened up the checkbook. Why not us?
I agree. And in this day and age of what we're seeing happening, even with a great class like we have coming in, how many of those guys will be around in 2 seasons, because there's so much churn anymore too. So I agree.
mean, the building phase is starting to sound butchy to me.
Hour number 2 of The Drive coming up next. It's Fan Run Radio. Stay with us.
The Drive.
Everyone loves a Smoky Mountain Christmas, and there's no better place to celebrate with friends and family than Smoky Mountain Brewery. It's the best place to watch all of college football's playoff and bowl game action, as well as exciting Tennessee basketball. While you're there, be sure to pick up everyone's favorite stocking stuffer, a Copper Card, and you'll be the hero of the holidays. Smoky Mountain Brewery, with locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg. Great food, great fun, great people. Smoky Mountain Brewery.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Looking for the ideal gift this holiday season? Visa gift cards from Citizens National Bank make the perfect gift. It's the right size, the right color every time. Ask about personalized bulk orders for your family and friends or customers and employees. For more information, call or stop by today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Timeless traditions start with the ones we love and what we bring home for the season. Bring Inward Half home this holiday. Comfort and performance, made for the journeys you take and the memories you make. For quiet moments or the days you'll remember forever. From performance polos to cozy hoodies, modern apparel for men, women, and kids. There's something for everyone. This holiday, make tradition comfortable. Make it memorable. Make it Inward Half.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Men's Pro Knoxville.
Hey, Dad, can we play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have ED and performance issues, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Men's Pro Knoxville and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 865-544-8220 or book now in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, for every man in every season of life.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of The Drive underway. Top 4 at 4 brought to you this afternoon by Smoky Mountain Brewery, where we'll be broadcasting live from Tuesday.
next week. Make plans to come out see us at the Smoky Mountain Brewery next to Calhoun's in Turkey Creek. Walker Smith, what do you got?
At number 1, Tennessee finished off National Signing Day on a high note last evening, flipping Alabama committed defensive lineman J.J. Finch. Tennessee now has the 7th-rated signing class for 2026 and the 3rd-ranked class in the SEC, behind Alabama and Georgia, according to 247.
It's a fine signing class, but it's just not everything the way it used to be. You gotta show us your plan here, Heupel, in the next month or so. What are you going to do with your defense, defensive coordinator, any other coaching changes you might move? And then, as we talked about with Dave, the end of last hour, the portal has just loomed so large right now. You have got to get that piece of it right. And you've got to, as I said, have more of a sense of urgency about it this year than you showed in years past, because
well, they should be pretty confident. I mean, so far, I know they haven't shown a sense of urgency, but they've got a pretty good success rate.
They've
just
done
got
well.
to ramp it up and continue your success rate on a bigger scale.
It's like I said yesterday. I feel like in years past, we've just sort of waited for guys to go into the portal, and it's like, ooh, Gerard McCoy, I think he's good. Let's go get him. Colton Hood, let's go get him. Lance Hurd was oh, isn't that wonderful? Let's go get him. And you did, and it worked, and it was great.
You want to be proactive.
Yeah, I mean, let's be really cutthroat about it, and we need safeties, right? That's the main position. Everybody's like, look at the safeties that are going to play college football next year, and go recruit them, man. And apologize later.
Yeah. Miami straight up did it to us last year. They did. With Jacoby Thomas.
Mississippi State, if Texas Tech, if
Georgia, Texas, Alabama, I don't care who
if they've got somebody that you want, call them up, get them on the phone. Hey, what's it going to take to get you to Knoxville next year? We need you.
Sam Levitt. Come on down.
We've already talked about it today. He's not going to handle it well if it happens.
Who, me?
Walker will be fine. He played for one of the teams that he likes. He plays for another team that he likes. It'll be okay.
It'll be an emotional pretzel. I don't know how I'll feel about it.
Get over it.
At number 2, second year head coach of Alabama, Kalen DeBoer, made it clear he and his family are happy in Tuscaloosa and have no interest in other coaching opportunities. DeBoer's declaration comes amid various rumors and reports linking him to the still open Penn State job. He said, quote, "There's never been any link, there's never been any conversation, and there's never been any interest either way with Penn State."
Means he's gone, right?
Why would he leave Alabama for? I mean, Penn State still. This is one thing that's amazing me. They still got a very, what's the phrase for it? A bloated image of themselves.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he would go, Bob, but I guess the reason fans think he might is that the pressure is too great at Alabama. These people are crazy. I'm not a Southerner. I'm going to get to more of a cultural fit, which I don't think it's wishful thinking amongst Penn State fans.
I think Penn State's probably got a perception of themselves that's on a par with a lot of these SEC schools.
Yes. They should, man. They've got 100,000 seats. You can win big there. You can win a national championship at Penn State.
You get the right coach. Now, what would be funny is if he did leave, I posted to Bob before the show, if Alabama suddenly came open, would Lane Kiffin, if offered, take that job right now? I think he would.
I don't know. I mean, I don't put anything past that guy.
Yeah.
At number 3, Iowa coach Kirk Ferentz, with the nation's longest tenured coach in the FBS, will return in 2026 for a 28th season with the Hawkeyes. Ferentz, 70 years old, told reporters he has the support of his wife and is in good health. In September, Ferentz surpassed Ohio State's Woody Hayes for the most coaching wins at a Big Ten school.
I wonder if it took him a lot longer than it took Woody.
Probably. I mean, he's been there for 27 seasons.
He seems like a pretty universally liked guy.
Yeah.
Remember all the talk about Mark Stoops going there and they were ready to push Ferentz out?
Yeah.
Like, he's available now.
Oh.
That, I mean, if Ferentz were to hang it up in the next year or two, is Stoops somebody they would want to hire, or has the luster worn off after the way it ended for him at Kentucky?
Yeah, it's a great question. I don't know. It just feels like his exit between that and the whole Texas A&M deal, everything else, it's been a rocky couple of final years in the Mark Stoops experience. So,
and just long term for Iowa, it's like, would they ever abandon? Because you think of Iowa football, you think of boring offense, but effective.
Yeah,
you think of 8 and 9 win football teams, consistently toughness. Like they'll beat you if you don't strap it on.
Really good line play.
Great tight ends.
They've had a couple opportunities at a Big Ten championship.
Isn't it ironic that what NFL team does that sound like to you?
Steelers.
And their uniforms are like identical.
But but my question is, do you think that they would consider abandoning that after Ferentz and trying to go spread, air raid, or something like that, or do they just lean into their identity?
Yeah, I don't know. I always think back to that quarterback when Tennessee played them in the whatever bowl that was on New Year's Day 2 years ago when Nico got the start.
Yeah, that guy was huge.
He was huge.
So what was his name? He had like Bo or Butch or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name.
He's a tough kid, but he was not very effective.
No, he was terrible.
Yeah, he was bad. I don't remember who that
He was
guy
like Jared Lorenzen without an arm.
Yeah, exactly.
At number 4, Thursday night football in the NFL. Tonight is a crucial matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. Both teams will try and stay in the playoff hunt with a win as the game kicks off at 8:15 on Amazon Prime. The Lions are a 3.5-point favorite.
Just saw another one of the Lions' offensive linemen is out for tonight. So I don't know who's going to block for them.
This feels like a Dallas, like a trap game for the Lions to me. I think Dallas, and I hate Dallas, but I think that Dallas takes them.
Coyote Awasaka.
I just remember watching them last week on Thanksgiving, and Romo said, "Hey man, if they pull this off, which of course they did against the Chiefs, they've got one more game against the Lions. I don't have their schedule in front of me, but Romo was indicating that the rest of it is quite manageable. Dallas could win out and end up being in a fine position heading into the playoffs."
Yep. By the way, that Iowa quarterback, Deacon Hill.
6'4",
260.
He was a unit.
That is huge.
He was terrible, though.
He was pretty bad.
rough.
He now plays, I guess, Utah Tech.
Didn't they win the game before us, like throwing 4 passes or something?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
He threw an interception to Pierce, right? He couldn't read it. He didn't see.
Yeah.
How do you not see James Pierce standing out there?
What were we doing dropping James Pierce into coverage?
It was a zone blitz.
It's a fun play.
He's still playing
Dropped him out to the
collegiately
flat.
for the Utah Tech Trailblazers.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
That is the top 4 at 4, brought to you by our friends at Smoky Mountain Brewery. It's where we're going to be on Tuesday next week. Come on out, see us in Turkey Creek. Smoky Mountain Brewery. It's right next to Calhoun's near the movie theater over there in Turkey Creek, West Knoxville. And you can come out and have a cold Mountain Light, maybe a cold Cherokee Red, maybe something else, one of their specialty brews out there. Always love the Smoky Mountain Brewery. And you're going to grab a great burger, maybe some wings, sandwich, something like that, and listen to The Drive. It's going to be a great day. And while you're there, be sure to pick up everyone's favorite stocking stuffer, the Copper Card, which is good at any Copper Cellar restaurant, whether it's Smoky Mountain Brewery, Calhoun's, Cappuccino's, Chesapeake's, whatever. It's a great gift for the holidays. So, and maybe after that, you can go over to Target or Wally World or wherever you got to go and knock a couple of other Christmas shopping things out. So that's next week on Tuesday. from actually 1 to 6 p.m. William and the Playbook are going to be out there as well. So come out, have some lunch, hang out with Fan Run Radio Tuesday at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Great food, great fun, great people. Smoky Mountain Brewery.
I mean, I know they're in the same family with Calhoun's, everything else, but my memories of Smoky Mountain Brewery, I haven't been there for probably about a year, but I always felt like the food was outstanding there.
Yeah.
They've got a charcuterie board.
Yeah.
It's pretty stout.
We tore one of those up once.
Destroyed it as a radio family.
But they put the mustard in it, that spicy mustard.
Oh, that mustard is
bigger cheese. That's sweet and hot.
Yes, love it. That's what I think they serve it with their pretzels too.
Yeah.
The other thing, and I'm hoping that we can, this is why I want the listeners to come out and show love and support for this, is I'm hoping that we can talk them into doing some basketball watch parties, maybe for the tournament or something like, because it is the ultimate play. The TV setup there is, I mean, there's a lot of good TV setups that we go to and everything, but Smoky Mountain Breweries is elite. Yeah.
Don't they have, they have some booths with TVs in them.
Yeah. I mean, it's the best
ones.
place to go, to go watch games.
I mean, it's designed for maximum basketball or sports watching fun.
All right, so we're going to talk some basketball with Greg Polinsky coming up here in just a little bit. Big game coming up Saturday night. We got to get off the schneid, man. I don't think Brad Underwood's Fighting Illini are going to be feeling sorry for us Saturday night in Bridgestone.
No. I don't think so either.
We need to get our heads out of our rear ends. That was my overriding feeling. How about you guys?
That seemed to be Barnes's feelings too. Like, again, the Grant Ramey piece today over at VolQuest, where he was embedded with the team. He was in the locker room before the game, after the game, and during halftime. He said, halftime, Barnes comes in and he's just like lighting them up. He's like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah. And
he said, "What are you guys afraid of?"
Yeah, I love that line. What are you afraid of? I think that we need this game, man. And this is a hard, I would say, based on what I saw with Louisville, and Louisville's good, but what I saw with Louisville against Arkansas last night, I think Illinois is the tougher of the two remaining big non-conference games we've got.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah. I mean, Louisville still, they got that thing knocked down. They couldn't make it quite all the way back, and that's a tough place to play. But,
yeah,
I mean, they're still – they could easily beat us.
I've heard some rumblings that there are going to be a lot of Illinois fans at that game.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I think people sometimes, I don't know if they understand it. I grew up around it. Illinois is a basketball school, man. Yeah. Football's kind of secondary there, as evidenced by, their teams go to the Rose Bowl once in a millennium almost. And basketball's it's their game, man. That's what they follow the most.
What's their best team? I remember that 05 team that played North Carolina in the championship with Darren Williams and D Brown, and they had a 3-point guard monster that year. I can't remember the third guy.
Yeah, I would argue their best team was in is that 89 with Nick Anderson, Steve Bardo, Kendall Gill. They went to the Final Four that year, and they lost to Michigan. They played Michigan in the Final Four.
Seattle.
Yeah.
I've forgotten. I hadn't heard those names in a long time.
Yeah, that Illinois team was tough, man. They were so good. Who
was their coach those days?
That was Lou Henson.
Oh, that's right.
Big
Ten basketball was
awesome
in that era.
And
late 80s, 90s.
Big, like the coaches got after it, like Lou Henson.
Well, that was the Deion Thomas affair about that time with Bruce Pearl and
you're right,
Iowa and all that.
But Lou Henson and Bobby Knight didn't like each other, and Henson would be in these post-game conferences going, "He's a classic bully." He would just be tearing him apart.
Bob, what year was it when Cheney wanted to murder Calipari?
It was in the 90s, I thought.
Mid-90s, 95-ish.
Something they don't make them like that anymore, do they?
No, that was wild. But so Illinois, they've had bigger basketball success than Tennessee has. So it's a big game, man. And that team's kind of stacked. It's going to be a different kind of matchup because they don't, even as bad as we're shooting right now, I feel like we shoot the ball better than they do. But they are not afraid to shoot it. They score a lot of points. So
Big Z
Yeah,
from Kentucky or Arkansas. He followed Cal to Arkansas. Now he's up there.
Yeah,
that kid ended up at Illinois.
Yeah, his brother's there too. Tomislav. They're both
Big
there.
Z.
Can we just call him Tom?
Yeah,
Tommy.
Let's take a quick timeout. When we continue, Greg Polinsky, Tennessee assistant basketball coach, will join us to talk all things Big Orange Hoops.
GP.
Stay with us. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, Knoxville. Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Dick's House of Sport at West Town Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, Hit Tracks batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Hi, I'm Jessica Lodgen, one of the hygienists here at Knoxville Smiles. If your children are having sleep or behavioral issues, we have things we can do in modern dentistry that can help not just with their dental health, but also their overall health. Early intervention is the key for younger patients and can avoid costly procedures later in life. If you'd like to learn more, give us a call here at the office and schedule an appointment. 865-539-1776. Or just book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at knoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
Welcome back. The Drive, Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith and Bob Baskerville. Pleased to be joined for the first time this season, hopefully the first of several times, by Tennessee assistant basketball coach Greg Polinsky. Coach, good afternoon. How are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you, gentlemen?
Hey, we're doing good. Good to hear from you, and good to talk a little hoops as we wind down football season and head into basketball. We are primed and ready. I know you guys, really came out of the gate steaming at 7-0. Lost to the last two. What's gone right? What's gone wrong for the Vols so far this season?
Yeah, I still think we're trying to figure it out. I know that's not a very conclusive answer, but it's an honest one. We putting together a lot of new guys like a lot of teams are doing. And I think the inconsistency of play, it comes along with that. It's not something fans want to hear. It's not something we want to watch as coaches. We feel like we had two opportunities, with full respect for Kansas and Syracuse, that we felt like we were in position to win both games. And we didn't do it. And so We feel like we have the physical attributes, the pieces on this team to do so. But on that particular day or night, both those teams performed better than we did for 40 minutes. So we got to figure it out, and we're in the process of doing that.
Hey, Coach, it's great talking to you again. On that note, one of the things I think we've seen at the beginning of this season in this new era of college basketball is chemistry and cohesion counts for a lot, maybe more so than ever before. And we're seeing where, all these teams, again, in this new age where some programs are just turning over their roster entirely. And sometimes it works really well. I mean, Exhibit A right now, I'd say would probably be Michigan, right? I mean, they look fantastic and they have a ton of new players. And there's some other schools who are struggling, still kind of finding their way. And I don't think Tennessee's in that boat. But my question to you is, because there are a lot of new players, chemistry and cohesion, how do you feel that's happening with those guys right now? Because I know that's a big deal for Coach Barnes.
Yeah. I think we talk, the word culture is used a lot, but we're very proud of what's here. And, just watching us in practice, two of our more consistent guys, or 3 or 4, are all guys that have been here in the past. Bishop Boswell, Felix Akpara, JP Estrella, and Kate Phillips. Grant Hurst, all those guys know what we're doing. They still have their moments, but you can see a different level in terms of understanding, a different level of intensity at times, of commitment. It doesn't mean the other guys don't want to do it. It's an understanding of what the standard is here, how we do it. It might differ from their past places they've been, but we're still trying to get connected as a group, and we're still trying to figure out our rotation. We've had guys play well in one game and then not another, and so we're trying to put the pieces together. And it's funny you mentioned Michigan. They were just so dominating out in Vegas. But I look back and, I watched their exhibition game against Cincinnati, and they gave up 100 points. I watched them play Wake Forest, who had a shot at the buzzer to win at Michigan. And then all of a sudden they flipped the switch, and they've got great talent. But just using them as an example, it's when, like Dusty and them have done it there. And now we're getting ready to play an Illinois team that we all know what a coach Brad Underwood is. And our series with them has been truly great, I think. Competitive as heck, 2 high-level games. And we got to go out and do it this Saturday.
Talking with Greg Polinsky, Tennessee basketball assistant, this afternoon here on The Drive. And, Coach, when you talk about those 4 core returning players from last year's squad, the word that comes to mind for me is leadership. And Bob and I were talking about this on the show yesterday. Last year you had, of course, Zakai and Meshack and Jordan Gainey. And, those were the unquestioned leaders of the team. And it just seems like replacing those intangibles is a really tall order. Is when you talk about that, is that something that can even be done, considering the experience and production that those guys had, and who would be those guys that you look to be leaders on the floor and in the locker room this year?
Well, you'll never duplicate Zakai, Jemai Meshack, and really near the end, Jordan Gainey, because we were just lucky enough in this era to have 2 4-year players that Jemai came in with, a talkative nature, not afraid to say what he thought, high IQ for the game. It took Z a little while. He was so competitive. He got down on himself early. But man, his last year and a half, that guy was so special. Not maybe with the jump shot, not maybe with an assist, not maybe on every defensive possession, but we are talking about the former SEC Defensive Player of the Year, I believe, back to back. So we all realize what he brought that into the court. He was great. All 3 of those guys were great. And it was funny. I was sitting there on the bench during the Syracuse game, just to your guys' point, and this is absolutely no knock at Jacoby Gillespie. What are we, 9 games in? 9 games in. Zakai Ziegler played how many games here? How many did Jemai Mashack play? Like, so they already knew what Coach was thinking before Coach said it. And I was thinking, I wonder what Zakai would say in this huddle. And it came to my mind. Or at halftime, like we wouldn't have even probably have gone in there for about 5 minutes and let Zakai and Jemai and Jordan talk it out. They would have taken care of it. They would have taken care of it. Whereas right now, you know, we got a few guys that speak up, but it is a new role for them as well. A very new role from going to being, you know, a counterpart or a guy that's a secondary leader to being the alpha. And we certainly miss that. But the fun part, or the silver lining, is we get a chance to see it evolve. We get a chance to guys see them mature in different roles. And if we don't get there on that, then this team won't reach the potential that it potentially can get to. Sorry to be so redundant with words there. But the physical pieces are here. Now, can we go from an intangible standpoint and create an atmosphere and a vibrant competitive nature that other teams have had here for us in the past?
Let's continue that conversation on transformation, because one of my notes here, I feel like I've got to own up to something, and let's talk about the transformation of Bishop Boswell. After I checked out the inter-squad scrimmage at TBA back in the fall, and then the Duke exhibition, and I was certain, me being Mr. Know-It-All, that Bishop was going to slide down the rotation in terms of minutes. And so, again, shows you what little I really know. That said, my eyes are wide open. We don't win that Houston game, I don't think, without obviously the efforts of everybody, but Bishop and even Jalen Carey. I mean, those guys were such difference makers. And it sure feels like Boswell's locked up coach's confidence, your confidence, everyone else. I'd love to get your take on what has changed with Bishop. I mean, last year he was a true freshman and didn't get as many minutes, but it just feels like he has risen to the challenge. He wants to be great on defense, and we know how important that is for Coach Barnes. What are your thoughts on his evolution?
Well, and I think Bishop has spoken to it, Bob, and I don't get, you know, listen, you know my comment. I love, as long as our fans are coming to the game, they're entitled to an opinion. And we got great fans, not good, but great, as we all know. And I don't say that as a, you know, recorded public message, right? I mean it. Like it's, oh boy, it matters a lot. And so when you just said, you know, in my estimation, or however you said it, I get it. Like Bishop didn't get to play a lot last year. He talks about the 3 or 4 senior guards. He is an intelligent enough human being and a person of high character that he understood if you combine intellect and high character, those guys have the best chance of reaching their potential. When you lack one or the other, it's hard. It's hard. I've been around it at different levels. Bishop's got both. Great mom, raised great, family, like, you know, his mom is amazing. Bishop's amazing. He's a young man. Everything he says isn't always perfect. I can still say things I say aren't perfect. So, but Bishop really wants to win. He has embraced the role, if you will, of what we asked Jemai to do last year. I think he's a little further advanced at the same age than Jemai was offensively. Absolutely more advanced. But we're talking about an NBA player in Jemai Mashack. So the great thing about that is, and Bob, I'm kind of going off the rails, but I'll come back, is when we talk to our guys, you can make it being a defensive stopper because there aren't many guys at any level that really want to do that. It's the aesthetics. It's the wow moments. And Bishop has taken a step thus far where he's willing to do the dirty work and he's very proud of his ability to guard. And you're right. We don't have a chance, and you know what, to beat Houston or quality teams. And Houston is a high quality team without Bishop Oswald. Yeah, Kerry played great too. We had great moments from other guys. But I would say Bishop's will to win, Jalen Carey's dominance of the paint in that game, man, that was major. So Bishop has taken a step. Now he's got to keep going. He can't fall back into any other role than what he's embraced, because we really need him for that. And offensively, his game's going to evolve over time. I think we're seeing that. His shot selection, man, the shot he made at Syracuse to tie the game was a heck of a shot. So he's got I'll let you guys fill in the blank on this because I don't know if it's radio appropriate. You know what I mean?
Cojones.
He's got it.
Yeah.
And I'm awfully proud of Bishop for what he's doing right now. But, we got to get the rest of the guys to come along. And I was talking to one of our guys yesterday. You'll never meet a finer person than Jacoby Gillespie, than Nate Ament. They're people you'd want your daughters to date. They're just – but some of them have to come out of what they've always been and their personality traits and how they're wired. Particularly Jacoby, because – man, what an incredible human being to be around. And I mean that, awesome, not good, great. But we talk you got to get where you're uncomfortable being somebody different because you've always been quiet. You let your play do your talking. You're not loud by nature. You're a pleasure to be around. At times, do me a favor, be unpleasant on the court with guys. It's okay. Confrontation, coming from the right place, and you are such a good guy, and you're all about winning. As our point guard, we got used to confrontation. Zakai Ziegler was not afraid of confrontation. You can do it in your way. No one's asking you to be Z. Z is his own entity. There will never be another Zakai Ziegler. There might be somebody who's just as effective, but there'll never be another Zakai Ziegler. So Kobe's got to find his way with that. We really need him to be a little bit uncomfortable with addressing guys, but it's not just him. It's Bishop, it's Felix, it's JP. We've seen a lot of growth with JP and Cade. And now those other guys got to latch on. And as they get more comfortable during the year, they can speak up too. But we do have high character guys. And what generally happens, in my opinion, with that, it might be a collective versus one or two guys leading, but we've got to find some ownership amongst this group. And that's hard because Coach Barnes is, as you guys know, a old school, hard on you, push you. So when you go on the road, we didn't lose that game at Syracuse because we weren't mentally tough enough. That's Coach's deal. The game should be easy on the road, because at practice we go at it enough to where you're under duress, you should perform. There is a method to everything he does. So, and they understand that, and that's part of having high character guys. If you don't have high character guys, they never get it, and they don't last long. So that's why we recruit like we do, and we are very hopeful of this group.
Talking with Greg Polinsky this afternoon on The Drive. Coach, last thing for me here. Nate Ament, obviously one of the keys to the season. So young, so raw, but you see the flashes of brilliance time and again from him on the court. Obviously, he's going through it right now, adjusting to the physical demands of playing high-level college basketball. What are the keys to him, his growth, his development, particularly over the course of the next month as you get ready for conference play?
Yeah. My comment on Nate, just so you guys know, when we were fortunate enough to sign him, and he's a great ambassador. He's everything, man. He's something else to be that age as a human being. But to the basketball portion of it, I think we'll see his greatness January, February, March, hopefully April. I told him when we got here, if I were the other team, I would take my Jemai Meshack, 6'4". I can't use all the descriptives. You let him crawl underneath you, man, and make your life miserable. And that is what Syracuse did with J.J. Starling. Senior, 6'4", strong as an ox, elite athlete. Nate will figure it out. Nate's smart. Nate's put on 20 pounds. Nate's going to keep going. You know, he's not going to be one of those guys where you say, hey, don't stop here. Nate is somebody that is an achiever. He's competitive. He wants to do well. But you can't speed up maturity. You can't. Think about you, everybody listening, when you're 20 to when you were 30, when you were 30 to when you were 40. And I know people are saying, well, heck, we got a basketball season. Okay, we'll accelerate it. Just go month to month and let's see where Nate Amin is. Nate will figure it out, and it's our job to help him figure it out.
Yeah, it almost feels to me, Coach, like, and I've been guilty of it too. We've seen, this is like a freshman class, the likes of which we haven't seen across the country. Mm-hmm. And, you know, people are measuring up Nate's development against like Cam Boozer, obviously, Darren Peterson, who's been hurt. But, I mean, Kingston Flemings, you guys just saw him. I mean, this class is incredible. And I almost feel like in the eyes of the fans, I feel like Nate's getting penalized because of that. And to your point, we've been talking about it too. And it's frustrating, but it's like, man, patience. You just have to exhibit patience because to your point again, we just remember like how young he is. You see the skill; it's clear. So, and I definitely wanted to hear your point of view on it, and particularly from the standpoint of the next level for that kid because of your world. You know, having spent time in the league and everything else. I mean, it still feels to me like there is a ton of potential there.
There is, Bob. And if I were to say to you, let's forget a name. You got a first-year guy. I don't care if he's from Pluto, and he's averaging right around 17 a game. He leads your team in rebounding. He's shooting 8 free throws or just about that a game. And we're December the 4th. Would you feel pretty good?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what we expect is Superman, but what we're getting is a guy just doing really well early in his career. And like I would point to the defensive end. That's where Nate knows he's got to improve the most. He's a heck of a defensive rebounder. But I think the adjustment has to come from him being guarded different ways by different people with a different level of physicality and intensity, with teams loading up. And I'm just excited to see where he's going to get. You know, if you meet him, you'd love him. So you can, if you hear it in my voice, you know why I'm so excited about him and our other guys. But Nate is a really special, special young man as a freshman, and Tennessee will be very, very proud of him for a long time.
Hey, Coach, we really appreciate the time this afternoon. I lied. One quick one on the way out the door. Play in Illinois, Saturday night in Nashville. We remember the game last year in Champaign, looking at their roster. A lot of hard to pronounce names, a lot of familiar names. Got big Z's on this roster. How do the Illini look this year? Yeah, his brother too. What are the keys this week?
Well, you just said it. Now you know why I worked for a boss one time. My joke was he was more concerned was the spelling correct than did we know the player, and I love him. But don't give me a guy from Greece because I never got it right. But they offensive rebound. They're so well coached. I know this sounds like coach talk, but Brad Underwood, just take a look at his record if you don't believe me. They do have a lot of European players. They did that by choice, I think, and some good American players as well. Kylan Boswell is terrific as their point guard at both ends. Maybe as good a two-way guard as there is in the country. and they're skilled. They're skilled at every position. Every position. 5 out, shoot the 3, rebound the ball, pretty good defensively. We got to play our A game. And we need every Vol fan to sound like they did at the SEC tournament last year. Because from what I understand, Illinois has sold a lot of tickets, and because they're excited about coming to Nashville, and, they support their team. And I know we got the SEC football championship game on, but I certainly hope, that our fans will show up and they will be loud, because we need it. We need to feel like we're playing a home game, although we call this a neutral site. Because I promise you, because I've been to it, when we return this game to United Center in Chicago, it will be a true home game for Illinois. Not next year. It's in 27, 28. But we need our fans to show up. They're tremendous. And it should be a heck of a game, guys. We certainly hope we do our part.
Well, I know if I have the choice between watching Tennessee basketball and watching something good happen to Georgia or Alabama, I know what I'm going to be doing, Bob.
I'm not going to comment, but I'm with you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, Coach, really appreciate the time. Good luck at Bridgestone Saturday night. We'll be watching.
Thanks, guys, and it's a great start to the season, and thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Coach.
Tennessee assistant coach Greg Polinsky one more time on the drive. Got to take a quick time out. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
What if I told you you could pay off your home in an average of 7 years without making more money or spending a dime less, simply by changing how your mortgage is structured? Sounds impossible? Let me show you how it works. I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, helping families across the U.S. save thousands in interest and own their home years sooner. Don't believe me? Give me a call at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com to learn more. NMLS number 332941.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
Tired of waiting for the weekend or good weather to play around? From casual to committed, Back Nine Golf has got you covered. Open to the public and offering flexible membership opportunities, they offer 24/7 access to 5 different simulators, providing cutting-edge technology, instant swing feedback, fun mini games, and a wide variety of courses to choose from. Perfect for that solo round you want after work, or swing by with food and drinks for an afternoon with friends and family. No stressful tee times, no rain delays. It's Back Nine Golf your way. Book your tee time now at theback9golf.com.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Fan Run Radio, The Drive continues. Enlightening conversation with Greg Polinsky there. He was very good. It's my first time talking.
Yeah, he's good. He, I think I might have told you when we started with him at the beginning, way back when now. It was, he was getting to know us a little bit. And then as time went on, he got more and more comfortable, and he's great. And I love his perspective from the standpoint that he spent so much time in the NBA as a player personnel and player development guy. So that's why he's valuable to Barnes too. I think, that's one of their selling points is you want to come play and learn to get to the next level. We can help you do it.
Veteran coach. I think he and Barnes were on the staff at Alabama together back in the 80s. And then he transitioned into the NBA for a long time in a couple of organizations. I think he was with the Pistons when he came back to college ball with Coach Barnes. But yeah, you could tell he's an integral part of what they do. And, the leadership thing for me, that's one of my big takeaways is just, and you heard him say it right there, like nobody is going to replace Zakai Ziegler. And yet, Jermaine Mashack is playing in the NBA. Jordan Ganey, coach's son. Like we don't have anybody like that on the roster.
Right.
So it's got to be different. And he talked about the 4 returners, and maybe I'm listening to between the lines, but he almost made it sound like, hey, those guys are the standard bearers for our program, and all these new guys have to get in line with them, not the other way around. Like our program is what our program is. We're not changing or bending for anybody.
Yeah.
And so everybody else has to rise to that. And I just wonder, Bob, like to me, Gillespie is the obvious candidate as a senior and a point guard and a guy who's played a lot to grow into a leadership role. But that's that's something that has to happen for this team in order for it to achieve its potential.
Well, I'd like to believe some of the things he said too about, that about Jacoby for sure. And the whole thing about Nate Ament that you and I talked about this. JJ Starling, it wasn't long ago. He transferred from Notre Dame to Syracuse. He might have been their leading scorer last year, him or Donnie Freeman. This year, he's only averaging about 8 points a game, but he's pretty critical to that team. And he kind of kicked our ass late in that game the other night, not just defensively, but he had some key baskets too. But the fact that he was saying he got in, he kind of got into Nate Ament in that second half. That's what these guys, hopefully they're going to learn and build off of that. And because I loved hearing Polinsky say, man, you guys got to go out and be uncomfortable. You got to make yourself available to do that, because that's the only way you're going to get even better than you are now. So I thought it was a good conversation. This game on Saturday looms really large right now. This one, it's like, because it's a game that the Vols could lose, but because Illinois is very, very good. But if they at least, I want to see just a better effort than what we saw Tuesday night, because that's one of the worst I've seen in a while, to be honest with you. And you can just tell the coaches, obviously, we saw some of the stuff on, some of the internet services, et cetera. You don't have to question whether Barnes was unhappy about things. He was unhappy.
Have you seen the ridiculous ticket prices for Saturday night?
Yeah.
What's up with I remember the last time we played Colorado there like a year or two ago, right?
Yeah.
And there was nobody there.
Well, and I, as a season ticket holder, I've been getting a bunch of prompts for like literally about 2 months about this game. And they were like, hey, this is your chance to get exclusive tickets. And the prices were like, I was just looking at it going, no, thanks.
I'm looking at Ticket Bastard right now, and you've got lower level tickets for $300.
Yep.
Upper levels for $60. They've got courtside seats posted for $900.
Yeah.
For a December game?
And Polinsky said that there are the Illinois fans are coming.
Yeah.
That would be kind of embarrassing to have them take over the arena when this is supposed to be our home game. And then he said, we go up there to play them in the United Center season after next. And Polinsky said, look, it doesn't matter. If we win 2 national championships, that's still going to be a home game for them because they're going to fill that up.
Yeah.
The house that Michael Jordan built.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, Illinois, man, they're fans. They travel. It's a basketball school. It's a big game.
Well, I hope the Mid-State Vols, I know we got a bunch listening. I hope they'll do their part. I mean, I don't know that I would pay $300 to go sit down low, but a $60 ticket in the up, and there's not a bad seat in Bridgestone. I mean,
no.
$60 upper level ticket. Do what you got to do. Get in there.
If it was a tournament, maybe.
If you got $300 and you want to see a pro and Nate Ament.
Here is another potential pro in Andrei Stojakovic too.
Stoyak, he's a good player.
Yeah. Somebody on the text box from the 423 wrote, I disagree with Coach. No such thing as patience anymore when we're paying kids like Ament millions to be knowingly coming here 1 year and then leave. If we only rent a player for a year, then it needs to be one who can help us get to the title, not one we can watch develop to bear fruit for a pro team down the road. I get that point, and I think what my takeaway from what I was hearing from Coach was it's got to be sooner than that. It's not like, let's just see how it goes. Nobody's thrilled with how it's gone so far, but again, kid's young. I do think by the end of this month, man, it gets real. Once you get into conference, it's real, it's going to be an endless gauntlet of games within the SEC. So
he is averaging 17 points, 7.5 rebounds, 3 assists per game.
And I stand by what I'm saying too, that if this freshman class, originally when he was coming in, he was probably ranked like the 4th or 5th in that class. He's probably more like the 9th or 10th right now because that's how strong this class is. And so I think people are, myself included, man, you're envious when you watch Cameron Boozer just dominate. You watch Mikel Brown on Louisville last night just go off, man. And I'm just naming a few. There's so many others. And so that makes Nate Ament and his 17 points and 8 or 9 boards a game look kind of pedestrian right now. I get it. And it feels that way at times. The guy's got skills, though. We just got to believe that those guys on the staff and everyone else are working to get him around the bend here. The next few games will tell a lot because Illinois is tough. Louisville's tough. I still feel that first half against Kansas, he was assertive, man. It felt different with him, but then he kind of fell off again in the second half. It's just I'd like to see him string a full game together against high-level competition.
I can't remember where this many of to me, it doesn't, I don't remember seeing this many of the top ranked freshmen actually play like top ranked freshmen. Usually it's only a handful of them.
Right. In any other year, Ament this year would still be in the conversation like top 3 freshmen. He would be, but because there's so many good ones, we're watching it and going, why can't our guy be doing that? And we're paying him a bunch of money. I get it.
Yeah, but he's averaging 17 points and he's almost averaging a double-double.
Seen what Boozer's averaging? That's the problem.
I feel like we need improved play out of Gillespie every bit as much as we needed out of Ament.
Sure. I agree.
The NBA folks are still in love with Nate Ament. A couple of top 5 projections in mock drafts that came out this week. The first one comes from Bleacher Report's Jonathan Wasserman, who has Ament tagged as the number 5 overall pick to the Sacramento Kings. Ament is the highest pick from the SEC in this draft. He gets a player comp to Zachary Risachet from the Hawks. And then Field of 68's Jeff Goodman, who may or may not be on the list. I'm not sure at this point. Going number 4 overall.
It's high.
That surprises me. Yeah. Given how Goodman seems to have a little bit of resentment towards Tennessee basketball.
Yeah. I mean, if he's not, he's right there waiting in the wings. He's auditioning for it.
He's one false step from being right on that list. I do get what you're saying, Bob, though. Like 17 points looks good on paper. But then you look at this guy is supposed to be a top 5 draft pick, and you're like, 17 points, not enough.
Right.
Yeah, but he's got such a huge ceiling, and he's unlike some of those other guys. He looks kind of like like a baby giraffe at times. Still, he's still getting used to
growing into his body for sure. Coming up, hour number 3 of the drive. We'll go open lines. If you want to jump on, go ahead and take your shot now. 865-966-3435. 966-3435, your number to call or text the show. A
update to the Legend Bay saga when we continue. Yes, there's more. Stay with us. We'll give you the latest and the greatest when we continue next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. This football season, crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks, just cold beer. Co-owned by the Kelsey brothers and brewed right here in the Volunteer State, Garage Beer is perfect for fall fire pits and Tennessee tailgates. So pick up a 12-pack today of the official beer of Football Fridays on Fan Run Radio. Garage Beer, 100% beer-flavored beer.
Citizens National Bank. Don't let the chaos of the holiday season slow you down. Adding your CNB bank cards to your digital wallet makes checking out fast and easy. Forget digging through your wallet or entering payment information. Just tap, pay, and you're on your way. Add your bank cards to your digital wallet for a smoother shopping experience.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Hey, this is Bo Kregner with the Kregner Group at Realty Executives. You know, in sports, home field advantage matters, and it's the same in real estate. Our team knows every neighborhood, every play that gets you the win, whether you're buying your first home or selling for top dollar. Let's get you in the end zone. Call me today at 865-742-1035 or visit BoKnowsHouses.com. The Kregner Group, walking by faith, serving others.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced. Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit MatlockTireService.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Men's Pro Knoxville.
Hey, Dad, can we play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out? Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have ED and performance issues, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Men's Pro Knoxville and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad. Today! Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 865-544-8220 or book now in under 30 seconds at menspronoknxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, for every man in every season of life.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Thursday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith, Bob Baskerville, Bear, and Walker Smith all along for the ride here on a busy Thursday afternoon in East Tennessee. We start our third and final hour, as always, with the Top 5 at 5. It's brought to you by our friends at Knoxville Smiles. Walker, hit it.
At number 1, Tennessee signee wide receiver Legend Bay has had some drama since signing with the Vols. He had originally flipped from Tennessee to Ohio State, but apparently was encouraged to sign with the Vols by his mother and brother, who would not agree with him going to OSU. Now, Bay has posted and deleted comments that put his commitment to Tennessee in question. However, in a most recent update, Bay posted a commitment graphic made by @VolsScoops this afternoon, which are his first comments since the post he deleted earlier today.
Was a Tennessee football commitment
Yes.
post.
Yeah, with him in full uniform and fireworks and
But-
the whole nine.
The people are trying to read into this because the post that was deleted said that my mom and brother are taking this account over, and they're probably going to take this one over, and it said Legend Bay. And so people are wondering, did his mom or brother post the commitment graphic?
That's right. Probably. That'd be my bet. This is stupid.
This is getting
This
into
is so stupid.
X-Files level intrigue.
Oh man!
Now I kind of want him to stay on the team just to see what happens. See what this could cook up.
Who controls Legend Bay's social media accounts?
It'd be a lot more fun to keep him, to hopefully have him on the team for at least a year.
This feels like a digital forensics investigation for Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's
No?
it's really not.
You don't want to dive in on this one?
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
Come on, Bear, put your fedora and your trench coat on and get to the bottom of this.
I mean, it's obvious that his mom and brother tweeted this or posted this. I don't know. I still where we were at the beginning of the show. If I'm Heupel, I'm calling him up directly, being like, "Do you want to play football here? Yes or no?" And if it's no, see you later. No hard feelings. But I'm not buying whatever this. Even if it is him, we just got out of a messy relationship like this. What are we doing, Russ?
We're all
I mean, what the heck are we doing? You wanting to get in another messed up thing? I mean, I know you love Mama Boo, but
I'm kind of liking the mom and the brother on this one. They're the ones who are in there swinging for us.
I wonder what it is about why they want him here so badly.
I don't know. Maybe we cut the bigger check.
Maybe. By the way, somebody can you all put together a Mama's podcast? This is on the text box from the 270.
I'm here for it.
That'd be fun.
Do that.
Hosted by Russell W. Smith and Mama Boo?
Oh, no. There's a groundswell support for this combo. It says we need Mama Boo and Mama Bay on a podcast together, and let's have Bear and Cody host it.
What could possibly go wrong?
Probably a brawl because
it's a content machine.
Mama Bay likes Tennessee, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're saying maybe a brawl between the moms.
Yeah, because Mama Boo will say something negative about Heupel, and Mama Bay may take offense because that seems pretty extreme. Your mom and your brother, I don't know. This guy sounds like he's more trouble than he's worth to me.
Have we heard from Brother Boo in this?
You've not heard from
Brother Bay, you mean?
No, Brother Boo. I mean, we got Brother Bay. I want to know, does Boo have a brother? A Boo brother?
I don't know.
A brother, if you will? Please go ahead, Walker.
At number 2, the number 19 Lady Vols pulled off a much-needed victory on the road yesterday against Stanford, winning 65-62. Talasia Cooper led the Lady Vols with 19 points on 8 for 20 shooting, and Tennessee forced 30 Cardinal turnovers. Their next game will be on December 14th against Winthrop at home.
I will say some of these transfers, they have Janiah Barker's good.
Stud.
Jersey Wolfenbarger.
Do you call the good?
That's what I was going to say.
Do you call her a stud?
No.
Well, I meant,
A filly?
As a player.
Stud is a masculine term.
Yeah.
It's just a stud. It's a good player. It's a sports term.
Hey, no, baller. How
Let's
about
be
that?
honest. It was always kind of weird to call men athletes studs.
Yes.
As well, too.
That's true.
Can I hit you with the Lady Vol stat?
Absolutely.
Lady Vols now 8-4 all time when wearing the Summit Blue uniforms.
Yeah.
Put
Eat
that
it,
in your pipe
Gabriel.
and smoke it, Chris
Yeah.
and Fresno.
Eat it.
Love those uniforms. It's just a beautiful color, isn't it, Russ?
75% winning percentage. Hard to argue with that.
Columbia Blue
Results.
started off with the men's team.
Mm-hmm. At number 3, ACC Commissioner Jim Phillips is pushing for number 12 Miami to earn a bid to the college football playoff, along with the winner of the league championship game between Virginia and Duke. That comes with the ACC facing at least the chance of being squeezed out of the 12-team playoff entirely based on Tuesday night's rankings. In an interview with the AP, Phillips was emphatic in making his case for the Hurricanes and the league's champion, saying, quote, "I have conviction and confidence in our team, starting with Miami. The second piece of that is the Virginia Duke winner should absolutely be in the college football playoff."
What I don't get is why, I think everybody else, instead of some crazy tiebreaker, they went down on all these tiebreakers. Why did they just have it follow the college football playoff rankings? And then we would have had Virginia, Miami, and the winner goes to the playoffs.
Because they did not get the divisions are stupid.
Yeah, divisions
memo.
are stupid. Still do divisions out there, sadly.
Idiotic.
It's dumb. It's dumb, especially in a conference.
They done it to themselves, man. I don't have. Duke doesn't deserve to. Even if they win, they don't deserve to go, man. They've lost 5 football games.
No, 7-5 teams shouldn't have a chance to play for any championship.
If Duke wins, who does that? And they leave them out. Who does that help?
James Madison
and
or
the winner of the
UNLV.
American or UNLV.
Yeah, Crane dropped UNLV yesterday.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought of that.
It's not going to help Vanderbilt, right?
They're like the third alternate. No,
No.
Vandy's done.
Vandy's done.
They're done. That's tough.
Good.
And after Diego Pavia put a plea out to President Trump for an executive order, it's like,
well, they were talking about playing Miami this weekend.
Yeah.
And he's been all over ESPN today. I think he's been on every hour of Sports Center.
Did we break his nose? Did you see that?
Who? Pavia?
I didn't see that.
Nah.
Maybe it was AI. I hope we broke his nose.
I don't
Why?
know.
That's a terrible thing to wish.
Not what you want.
I didn't see it.
That's right there is indicative of the problem with our football program right now. You three are soft. Soft.
Because we don't want to physically assault the other team.
I didn't say I wanted to assault him. I
You
said
wanted
during
to
the course
break
of
his
it,
nose.
I would like. It wouldn't bother me a bit. It'd make me kind of happy if we broke his nose during the game. Beat his brains in.
Beat his brains in.
Yeah.
You want to murder the guy.
I know. I don't want to murder him.
Why does that surprise you? He's talked about harvesting extremities.
I like watching that Eddie Moore hit against Florida in 2001 on repeat. Makes me happy.
That's
raises my dopamine levels.
By the way, did you see Jackson Dart's hit
Oh,
on Monday Night
got
Football?
crushed.
Dude, he's gonna be out of the league in like a year.
I was watching a Twitter. There was a tweet this day in 1990. The Giants and the 49ers played Monday Night Football, and they had Ronnie Lott hitting Mark Bavaro with it just knocking his rear end in the dirt.
Bavaro's
like
huge.
helmet to helmet, just like total kill shot. The kind of like Lott would be maybe suspended for the rest of the season today. And like not only that, but like Bavaro just gets right back up.
Yeah, that
goes
dude
right
was
on to
tough.
the next
Oh,
play.
man.
What a meathead that guy was.
I remember growing up, ESPN would do segments based on those types of hits. They would
used
just
to,
string together those hits and call it getting jacked up on ESPN.
Getting
Just
jacked up.
People
They
just
used
getting
to-
decapitated on football fields.
Getting egg scrambled.
Yep.
When you like subscribe, I think it was Sports Illustrated. They send you the VCR tape.
Oh,
It's incredible.
so good. At number 4, former Los Angeles Angels manager and Braves coach Ron Washington is finalizing a deal to become the San Francisco Giants, a member of the San Francisco Giants coaching staff with Tony Vitello. They are still working through the particulars of his role, but Washington, also a longtime third base coach, is expected to at least work with the infielders. He will join former Vols assistants Frank Anderson and Quentin Eberhardt on Vitello's staff.
I was a bit surprised because he had part of the reason he had to leave the Angels was he had health. I mean, Wash is like 70.
Yeah, he's old.
Yeah.
And he was having health issues, heart issues or something, because there was a lot of talk in Braves country about bringing him back. He instrumental culture guy to the Braves' success in the early part of the decade, and particularly with the infielders, and he was a great third base coach and all that stuff. And they basically said, like, yeah, he wasn't going to do it because like he's it's just too much of a grind for a guy his age with his health conditions and everything. So it's a great coup for Tony.
He's a great bench coach. I mean, he's one of the best in the league.
He's
guy's
put together
awesome.
an interesting staff, Adam.
Staff of culture guys, man. It's exactly what Vitello did here. He just puts guys that build that type of culture he wants, and Wash is one of those dudes.
Hey, he's still over there in the division with Bob's boys.
Yeah.
They're bottomless.
Did you
money
see where
pit.
Dave Martinez said that he favors a salary cap in baseball?
Roberts, but yes.
Oh, I'm
That'll
sorry.
never happen.
Yeah, he said he'd be all right with it. He didn't glowingly endorse it, but I think he understands. You got to just say, yeah, if that's what they want to do, sure.
It's never going to happen.
Yeah, I was watching
Never
Perlman was doing a stream or something and basically said, if you want to see no baseball for 2 years, try and he said they'll just walk and sit.
Yeah, no, they won't play. 27 is going to be a rough year for baseball. At number 5, a raccoon broke into a closed Virginia liquor store on Saturday and hit the bottom shelf where the scotch and whiskey were stored. The bandit was something of a nocturnal menace as bottles were smashed, a ceiling tile was collapsed, and alcohol pulled all over the floor. The next morning, an employee at the liquor store found the trash panda passed out on the bathroom floor at the end of his drunken escapade. She ended up taking the raccoon back to the animal shelter herself.
Oh, there's video.
It's hilarious.
He is obliterated, dude. This raccoon is obviously just yeah, and he looks like he had a blackout. He's just
tore the place
sprawled.
Wow,
face down on the floor. Oh,
Wow.
I hope he was
Learned a
proud of
lesson.
himself.
Wow.
Wonder what's going through their head at that point. Like, want to go get some food, hungry.
I don't know. You see animals get into stuff like that.
Yeah.
They don't know what they've done. They don't know what's
No.
happening. Probably
No.
just confusion,
Terror. Once you get that many in you, probably not much going on in your brain at that
I mean, maybe it feels good for. I would imagine it's a lot like people
maybe
who get drunk on booze, where it's fun for a minute. Oh my God, this is the best thing that's ever happened. This is wonderful, and then it's I want to die.
Yeah.
It's a fine line. It's a fine line.
This is the
Humans
worst thing
know
that's ever
what's
happened.
have an idea of what's coming. I'd relate it more, if somebody like dosed you or slipped something in your drink or something.
Well,
You didn't know it was coming.
When you talk about humans, sometimes humans get to be like ugly, violent drunks.
Mm.
Do these animals ever get like,
Yeah, let me tell you something, man.
Let's fight.
I mean, based on the store, I think he was looking for a fight. I mean, it ripped ceiling tiles out.
I mean, have you never seen those? It's a problem up near us, up in Cotton County. Bears will get into like moonshine mash barrels that are out in the woods and just get tanked. That'd be terrible to run up on.
No, that'd be a deal breaker for me.
It's a drunken.
I don't know. I
bear.
feel like if you're going to come across a bear, you'd rather have it inebriated than.
So it's more unpredictable.
I'd prefer him seeing threes.
I mean, yeah, like maybe he loses its footing, or he's seen three of you, he swings at the
Runs
wrong one.
into a
Yeah, I
tree.
mean, I feel like that gives you a better chance of
Passes
survival.
out.
They love the stuff.
Good
Thank
for
you,
them.
Walker. That is the top 5 at 5, brought to you by Knoxville Smiles. It's where I go to the dentist. Been going there for about 5 years now. They do great work over there at Knoxville Smiles. Shout out to Dr. Malone, Dr. Costa, as they are open till 7 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays now. Evening hours, just another way they make it convenient for you to take care of your oral health at Knoxville Smiles. Call them today to set up an appointment. Their number is 865-539-1776, and you can book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Listener Hewitt Pruitt on the live chat, he's been parlaying a lot of this legend-based stuff into a timely example, and that would be WWEOD. What would Emmett Otter do?
Go to hell, Hayes Fawcett.
Oh,
got some breaking news, boys.
Oh, easy.
No, wait. Hewitt just said Emmett Otter would never cave to his mom's peer pressure.
I think he's actually like trying to be nice to you here.
He was making a funny.
He's an ally.
He was his own otter. Ask Bear.
Is that the moral of Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas? Is don't conform to society, be yourself?
And then he said earlier
I
in
just
the
thought it was
show,
cool, and I like the music.
I like to think the moral is don't watch the movie.
and he said earlier Emmett Otter would never back out of a commitment.
Do you have real breaking news, Bear, or
Yeah.
do we need to go to the desk?
Yeah, go to the
Okay,
desk.
all right, here we go.
Yeah, I'm telling you, go to the damn desk.
Easy. Relax.
According to Pete Thamel, breaking Billy Napier is finalizing a 5-year deal to become the next head coach at James Madison.
God, I heard that name
Sunbelt
associated
Billy.
earlier in
back.
the day, and I was like, no, but guess so.
Is James Madison in the Sun Belt?
I want to say are they either that or Conference USA?
No, they're Sunbelt.
Because
Fairly certain.
I think you're right.
Formal announcement is expected on Saturday. Can't
Oh.
keep a good man down.
Yeah, they're going to announce it the
Actually-
same day they play a conference championship? Or is that 2 weeks from now?
No, it's this weekend.
It is this
and
weekend,
I mean,
yeah.
Chesney's coached that. He's coaching the team for however far they
Yeah,
go.
he's going
so,
all the way.
Where did he go? Is he going to UCLA?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Billy Napier back in the Sun Belt.
I kind of
The Fun Belt.
do not confuse this with saying I'm a fan of Billy.
Good hire.
Napier.
No, it's a good hire, right?
I think it's a pretty good hire. I do.
Mhm.
If he succeeds wildly at James Madison, as the last two coaches have,
Does he get another shot at the big time?
does he get another shot? I don't know. He probably won't get another shot at Florida.
ACC maybe
Yeah.
some ACC team. You know,
Like a Wake Forest.
no, their first year coach did pretty good, but yeah, something like that.
Big
though.
12 team, something like that.
Like a lesser Big Ten team.
Like Dave Doran maybe leaving NC State here pretty
Yeah,
soon.
that's true.
He's
Purdue?
coming back next year. Purdue, yeah. Well, nobody can win there apparently.
Good when you all had Drew Brees and
Yeah, that was Joe Tiller.
what was that defensive end? He ended up playing the NFL. God, what's that guy's name?
Roosevelt Colvin? No, I don't know.
So John Summerall putting together his staff down there at Florida. He's hired Brad White, who is the defensive coordinator at Kentucky. And then did he hire the LSU offensive coordinator? Oh, no, that was
No,
Kentucky. That was Will Stein.
Kentucky
Okay.
Yeah. Willie Cauley-Stein.
Which, I mean, that's like, am I being way too critical to say that neither of those hires impressed me much?
No, not at all. I mean, the one guy at LSU kind of helped get his boss fired.
I guess that will be Willie Cauley-Stein's offense. Like, you know, he's an offensive guy. So maybe I don't know if he's going to call plays, but certainly you would imagine that he's going to put his offense in.
Yeah. Didn't even watch video. I just saw a picture of the guy. I don't like him.
Unimpressive.
Yeah. Thoroughly unimpressed. And I've already got what I would call a pretty good bit of hatred for him.
That didn't take long.
Just
That
Will
doesn't,
Stein.
that doesn't
Will
sound like the
Stein.
Bear I know.
No. How could you have that much hate in your heart this early?
He's wearing Kentucky blue now.
Unbelievable.
So he hires the Chip Kelly's OC, Brian Kelly's OC,
Yes.
and Summerall hires
Stoops
as defensive coordinator.
Yes.
Which they've had some good defenses. How long had that guy been at Kentucky? Was he the DC when the guys they cranked out to the pros lately?
Yeah, I don't know.
I saw Rodriguez finally got a big play in an NFL game last Sunday.
Oh, Chris Rodriguez
Yeah.
from Kentucky. He's been good.
He's had a pretty decent year.
He's a unit. So Florida is hiring Georgia Tech's offensive coordinator Buster Faulkner for OC.
So they decided not to go with Joey Hazel. Halsley.
Yeah, that's okay. So I gotta say, man, just sitting here watching Florida put together their staff,
Not impressed.
I'm not impressed.
Yeah.
I mean, Georgia Tech was fine this year. I put that more to like Haynes King playing in a watered down league. And even when I did watch them, I didn't see a lot of creativity. It was kind of like, let's let Haynes King run around and do something.
Well, that's why I've been saying with Brent Pry. No, Brent Key. Pry was the Virginia Tech guy. Key looks like he's a fine coach, but the fact that he was in the conversation for some of these big jobs, I felt that was like too much too soon. Georgia Tech hasn't shown us that much yet. I mean,
I think it's just the nature of college football right now. What do you expect out of Kiffin? Just be the usual mercenaries, his staff?
Well, he's going to have Charlie Weiss, it sounds like, who's going to be his defensive coordinator. I would imagine that he'll get somebody good.
There was a ton of pushback from Ole Miss players about Lane's narrative.
Yeah. If you want to, and I know there have been so many long think pieces written about Lane Kiffin's exit, but Schleybaugh had a good one today on ESPN. If you're up for a chuckle, that was pretty good.
I think it may have been on Trey's show or podcast. Withrow blistered the LSU people, including the governor. I mean, I can't even say it on terrestrial
the
radio.
hypocrisy to get up there and say this contract that Scott Woodward gave to Brian Kelly is outrageous. The taxpayers are footing the bill, which they really weren't. But he got up there and did his politics grandstanding thing and said, we're never going to allow this to – I'm not – as long as I'm the governor of the great state of Louisiana, blah, 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 blah. And then, like, they turn around and do the exact same thing with Kiffin.
Yeah. Withrow melted that guy. And it's his I don't know. It was funny. Everybody ought to look it up. Hear Chad go that hard after somebody.
All right, we got to take a quick break. You're listening to The Drive on Fan Run Radio, 865-966-3435. Phone lines are popping. We'll get to them when we continue next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. 105.7 FM, 1340 AM. Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Holiday shopping? Keep it simple and give the gift of good beer and good food with a gift card from the Casual Pint North Shore, where everybody knows your name. It's the perfect gift for friends, family, coworkers, anyone who loves relaxing with a great brew or a good meal. Gift cards can be used for food, beer, or to-go brews from the cooler, so stop by the Casual Pint North Shore at 2045 Thunderhead Road and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Online at northshore.thecasualpint.com. Great beer, great food, great gifts from the Casual Pint North Shore.
What if I told you you could pay off your home in an average of 7 years without making more money or spending a dime less, simply by changing how your mortgage is structured? Sounds impossible? Let me show you how it works. I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, helping families across the U.S. save thousands in interest and own their home years sooner. Don't believe me? Give me a call at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com to learn more. NMLS number 332941.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Whether it's a routine cleaning, whitening for that big event, or fixing a nagging toothache, our gentle team is here for you. With flexible hours, family-friendly care, and the latest technology, Knoxville Smiles makes every visit stress-free. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Call Knoxville Smiles today at 865-539-1776 or book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish
Arkansas Athletics Director Hunter Yurachek not exactly covering himself in glory. What now? Publicly. Bruce Feldman of The Athletic writing that the CFP committee and Chairman Hunter Yurachek just seem to be making it up as they go along, moving the goalposts and stepping on rakes with every question they get asked. For example, Yurachek, speaking for the committee, says Texas A&M wasn't penalized for a close win after the Aggies rallied from trailing unranked South Carolina 30-3 at halftime in College Station, then says Alabama was dinged by the committee for its close win against South Carolina. Another week, he explained how Oregon was still getting credit for beating a Penn State team that was under 500 at the time, then said Virginia got knocked for defeating a previously ranked Louisville team that has backslid since the game was played.
So this is 2 years in a row that the College Football Playoff Committee has had not exactly, you're not flexing your best and brightest at the front of the committee.
But it's
They never do.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure Yurachek knows a little bit about football, but man, he's been running a coaching search for the past month. There's no way he's got so many other things on his mind. I probably couldn't explain to you the ins and outs of everybody's playoff case.
Yeah.
But if I were on that committee, I would make sure that, that's a priority and that I have time so that if I have to get on national television and answer those questions, I can respond without contradicting myself.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what the solution to that is. I mean, I think generally speaking, the people on that committee are probably pretty good people with their hearts in the right place who know more about it than most of us do. But
I don't know, man. There's some head scratchers this year.
Yeah. And
Notre Dame's a big one for me.
What do you want to do? Do you want to go back to the BCS, the computer polls?
Yep. I'd rather go back to how it was in the, I'd put everybody back where they belong regionally. Reform the conferences. Have the BCS.
Okay, well, that's not happening. But
that's part of what made college football great.
But you could conceivably, I don't know, you probably could go back to some sort of BCS computer formula.
Sure.
Would fans be okay with that?
No, because everybody be complaining about the algorithm being faulty at that point.
Yeah, but use something that's more data driven. I've talked about this for the past year. I mean, it's even last year when Tennessee was in the conversation. They do it in basketball and it seems to help. It works.
Should football adopt what basketball does and classify things? This wasn't I can't remember which show I heard this on our station. Should there be quadrants?
Yeah.
Quad wins. Like quad 1, quad 2.
I'm open to it.
Quad 4. That would definitely take care of these FCS, these horrific bye games that none of us want to watch.
Yeah, I just think you get rid of those games and just do. If you're going to do a 12-game schedule, I say everybody plays a non-conference game against an opponent you've actually heard of to open the season. Then give me 11 conference games.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's like Tennessee Northwestern or something like
that, it's got to be Power 4.
Yeah, at least it's in the Power 4 conferences.
I think that
and you could just disregard that, when it gets to the. Just judge people off what they've done in conference, but then you've got to weigh conference strength against each other. No easy solutions.
No.
I think, don't you think it'll get easier if they ever do split off like the top, and it's just not all the conferences just die and they're all in one big pool and then get split up into divisions.
You're
like the
telling me
NFL.
you want to go back to the way it was, and now you want to just kill the conferences altogether?
Well, here's the thing: that will actually probably more closely resemble what it used to be, because again, the divisions are going to be regional. There'll be like 8 or 10 teams. There'll be a Southeastern Conference. The teams down in Texas, it'll be like the, what were they? The Big Eight.
Hey man, it's radical, it's different, and a lot of tradition would be lost. But I kind of like that college sports tomorrow thing that Danny White put his name on, where it's just a complete reimagining of the sport.
I had prepped a whole show over the summer to talk about that stuff. We just never got to it, but I mean, that you could do a whole, in the silly season, you could do 3 hours talking about that. It's fascinating.
Let's get Brad on the show. Good afternoon, Brad. You're on the Drive, Fan Run Radio.
Hey, man.
What's
Like what
up?
you guys are doing over there. Appreciate it. I don't know. I was just looking at like our team and our coach. I think he's doing a good job, Apple, but it seems like he's kind of like a restaurant manager that thinks you got to cook all the time. And sometimes, you might be the best cook, but you kind of need to let your guys do their job. And I can't understand why. I don't know if if our guy on defense is the best coordinator in the world, but why not pay a top, like a regular coach pay to our defensive coordinator, and maybe try to be an innovator for once and, go after a Venables if he ever did get fired. And, it looks like he's got a little bit of trouble with like coaching quarterbacks too. It's like he's kind of hot or cold. When you look at Lane Kiffin, he never has a dud at quarterback. Neither does.
Well, do you think we had a dud at quarterback this year?
No, sir. I said we have sometimes a dud. Once in a while, it seems like he can't quite.
Yeah.
Look at Kiffin and look at Cutcliffe. Does he ever have one that looks like our last two?
No, I mean, I'm sure they have struggled. Cutcliffe got fired a couple of times, so I imagine he had. Everybody has some problems, but I mean, I just think at quarterback, yeah, I just think that if you're going to change defensive coordinators, I mean, we're paying Tim Banks at Kings Ramsey. He's one of the highest paid assistants in the country, so it ain't money.
I'm not saying assistant. How about paying them like a coach and just get the best? And that way we don't lose them, and we keep somebody that's great. And
So you want to pay a defensive coordinator $9 million?
Yeah. Well, if I have to.
Yeah, but nobody's ever happy with their DC. Like our guy last year was one of the best in college football. Had one of the best defenses in overall.
I'm not saying
and
he's
now
the
we're ready
worst.
to
I'm
fire him.
No, I'm not saying fire him. I say get the best guy and let him do his job. And I don't know if he's the best guy, but it's just a thought, because you look at Ohio State. They hired the two best coordinators and they win the championship, but they don't care about money. They just pay it.
And they also had what they don't care about money is what they spent on that roster. And,
Right.
It's
But I wouldn't
it's a
mind
lot
trying
easier
it,
to.
but that's just my opinion.
Muschamp's out there.
I
I've
don't
warmed.
know. It's just a
I've warmed to
thought.
that one.
All right, brother. Y'all think about
Thank you,
it,
Brad.
whatever.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
I have warmed up to Muschamp.
I mean, who are the other big names out there that are available?
I don't know.
Again, would Justin Wilcox fit that bill at this point as a coordinator?
Did you see what our buddy David Rickey had to say about Justin Wilcox on the Twitter machine?
No, I didn't.
Oh boy, let me pull this one up. It was similar to kind of what I said yesterday, which is scary to think that I might be on the same wavelength as Rick Rogers. But David Rickey on Twitter yesterday said, and he was actually responding to DR Vol.
Oh God,
pull this up.
There's a couple of brain surgeons. David Rickey. And
yeah, they were
DR.
talking about. David said, "No, don't bring back his soft ass defensive scheme and mentality." And then went on to say, went against his scheme every day, soft. He thought run defense was cover 2 cloud. Not here in the SEC, bud. But when I said this stuff at practice, I'm just out of line and a nuisance, which I may have been, but I only kept it real. Wasn't an SEC scheme.
That one's kind of that's got layers to it.
Okay, so Dayrick's unsophisticated approach aside, I mean, I think the substance there, I mean, that's kind of what I was saying is like to me, Wilcox was kind of a cerebral, hey, keep it in front of you kind of guy. Just don't get beat over the top. Let's bend but don't break. And I think when I hear our fan base talk, they want somebody who's going to punch somebody in the mouth and carry the game to the opponent. And toughness is that word that keeps getting thrown around, and the former players are talking about it. And listen, man, I don't know what cover 2 cloud means, but I know I know the difference between Will Muschamp and Tim Banks.
Oh man, I'm sure Muschamp would be an upgrade. I just
can't go there yet.
Not there yet, but I mean, it's me having to divide do we want to win or.
I want to win.
Yeah, I know.
I want to win. Magic Mike says, what about bringing back Coach O as DC?
No, thanks. He's a snake.
No.
Sure. I mean, why not? Anyone that is good at their job can please have the defensive coordinator.
Yeah, but the
position.
job he's really good at is motivating and coaching D-line.
Sounds like a great addition.
That doesn't sound like
you're not exactly turning me off here, Bear.
It doesn't sound like who you want as your defensive coordinator. No, you can't bring him back any more than you can. You'd have an easier time bringing back Kiffin here than you would Ed.
Good recruiter.
Great recruiter.
Didn't he yank some compliance guy out of his loafers over there when he was here?
Again. Maybe something we need around here. A little bit of
slack.
A little bit of attitude.
I mean, the man was drinking like a case of Red Bull every hour on the hour. Red Bull.
Wasn't Muschamp like tight with Dooley too? Weren't they friends?
Sure, but they're all that Saban mafia, the original Saban staff down at LSU.
I can't remember if Muschamp is like Kirby and didn't beat us. I think Muschamp actually may have beaten us as a player.
How about Todd Grantham? Remember him?
Yeah.
Another psycho.
No, thanks. He's
you can't just no thanks to everybody. I mean, somebody's got to coach the defense, Bear.
I told you who I want. Bring in Coach Crazy Eyes. Just make sure you got a tranquilizer gun on hand with him.
Who are you talking about?
Muschamp.
You dismissed that out of hand first. Like I work on you. You'll be ready to welcome Coach O or Grantham by tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like Grantham. It's just in the back of my head that Georgia wanted. They were tired of his ass.
Oh, he was awful. Well, I mean, then he went to Florida, and was he at Mississippi State for a minute? I mean, he's a complete retread. I think maybe at Oklahoma State this past year. Let's get Jamie in here next. Jamie, you're on the Drive, Fan Run Radio.
Guys, y'all, let me get y'all off Bluetooth. Sorry about that.
Appreciate you.
Not sure what the apologize. That's the rookie move. I know better. Y'all keep saying no. I think it's a cop out, and I'm not trying to be snotty with you guys, but to say nobody. Well, nobody's happy with their defensive coordinator. Well, that's not true. I mean, take the top 10 best defenses in the country. You think those guys are unhappy with those coordinators? Come on now.
They're happy this year.
That was us last year.
We were happy. You were happy.
Nobody was. Yeah, nobody was complaining. I wasn't complaining about the defense last year, but
the moment they aren't in the top 10, you can't stand the guy and you want him fired, Jamie. That's what we've been saying about you forever.
Well, he lives outside the top 10. Bear, that's the problem.
You were happy last year, though, Jamie.
Yeah, that's 1/5 of his career here. 1/5.
So the top 10 defenses this year are Ohio State, Toledo, Oregon, Indiana, James Madison, Texas Tech, San Diego State, Iowa, Oklahoma, and Missouri.
Who's the Toledo defensive
That's
coordinator?
let's go hire
Let's
that
get
guy.
that guy in here.
That's what. Remember when Gundy did that? offense. It was like 10 years ago. He had a bad year.
He went
and offense went in the tank. And so he just looked at like the D2 or D3 stats and found whoever was number one in total offense in one of those groups, and just like sight unseen was like, yeah, I'm hiring that guy to be my offensive coordinator. And it worked. Like they turned into a machine again.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't see the flaw in that. I mean, go find somebody who does it at the highest level. I mean, no matter what platform they're on, I mean, they do it better than anybody else in their peer group, and that's who you want. Now that recruiting has, it used to be, the guy can recruit? It don't matter. You don't need to recruit. Can you buy him? Can you buy the players? But, it looks like you guys would be shocked if we don't see something here in the next little bit, that a movement on defensive coordinator. You guys are pretty much like me. Like it's been taken out of his hands at this point, unless he wants to attach himself to.
No, I think it's his decision. And I don't know if you heard our conversation with Adam Sparks in hour number 1, but Adam is saying, look, like, yes, that's the big decision, and we're all waiting to see what happens there. And you could see him making a move, but we could also see him saying, you know what? Our offense sputtered in 2024. We made some adjustments, and we got it back on track in 2025. And that's what we're going to do defensively. I could see him doing that.
Well, if he does, I agree with you, Russ. You brought this up earlier, throughout the season that after the Vanderbilt loss, that you make that decision, then you pretty much you attach yourself to Tim Banks, and that doesn't seem like a very smart move as a head coach. But my opinion on him is he's a great offensive mind, poor at everything else. So I guess I wouldn't be shocked. But those coordinators that y'all keep bringing up, that you're kind of like saying, I don't want him back. I don't want him back. Guys, I'm at this point, man. If you get me into the playoffs, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's somebody who we hate. Who was that? Who was the African American head coach for Texas a few years ago? That was Chuck. Was it Strong?
Charlie Strong.
Where's
Charlie
he?
Strong. Is he in anything anymore?
Now that's a great pull, though.
He'd probably be pretty good, but I mean, Charlie Strong's, he had some boneheaded moves.
Mm-hmm.
Boneheaded
coach, right?
No, as defensive coordinator at.
Okay.
He's the D-line coach for the Bucks right now.
See, that's something else, Russ, we haven't even brought up. I mean, you talk about what about some linebackers or position coaches out of the NFL? I mean, I don't know who would be, wonder if anybody's with some Tennessee ties that would be interested. I'm of the belief that I'll be, even though I don't have that much faith in Heupel as a head coach, I'd be shocked if he decided to hang on to Tim Banks. I mean, everywhere he turns down, unless he's like Fulmer. I don't know if y'all remember like 20 or 30 years ago, people were asking Fulmer what he thought about some of the disgruntled fans, and he goes, I don't hear anybody being disgruntled. Well, it's like, the only people you listen to are the people on the caravan that pay for access. It's ignorant not to think that there is a lot of gnashing of teeth about his defensive coordinator right now. He's got to know that. Surely he's got people around and be like, look,
you would
man,
think so.
They ain't happy. He ain't happy. This coaching search on the defensive side is fun, but I just heard y'all in this last segment talking about the names that you wouldn't have. Mark me down as I don't care who it is. If somebody's come and wiped their feet on the power tee before, but they can get us over the hump, and get us back into the mix with the playoffs, bring them. I don't care. Bring a mercenary in here. Bring me Muschamp. Bring me Coach O. That's just where I stand on it. I don't know. I think you guys would come around too if we hired one of those two guys and we started kicking ass again next year.
Oh yeah,
and yeah, exactly.
Listen, that's
all I really had.
Hey, thanks, Jamie. Appreciate it.
This one just came up on the live chat.
I saw it too.
Gerard Mayo.
I'd be a huge fan of that, Russ.
He was so bad in the NFL as a head coach.
Not as a defensive coordinator.
He was good as a D coordinator.
Yeah, but was he a coordinator?
I think he was like a backs coach. It was like a line
Bill
coach.
Belichick's. That's kind of like being Saban's defensive coordinator, right?
Potentially.
Pete Golding's the head coach at Ole Miss now,
and Jeremy Pruitt is at Jacksonville State.
That's true. I don't know. Gerard, Casey Rogers. So if we're going to go down that list, there's several former Vols.
Just like it doesn't bother me at all that Muschamp or Charlie Strong or whoever coached them, like you can't make a coordinator hire based on that, man.
Based on when they win here?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, huh? We do still have Marion Hobby on staff, though.
Yeah.
And he was part of the national championship. I'm not saying I would want him, think he's ready for DC. Maybe he is. I don't know. But he has been on national championship staff. He was down there with Brooks at Clemson.
Andy Staples over the summer of On3 ranked his top 10 defensive coordinators in college football.
Is Banks on that
now
list?
My thing is frozen up. Phil Parker was number 1 at Iowa.
Yeah.
Number 2, Jim Knowles at Penn State, who should be available.
He probably is.
Number 3, Glenn Schumann, Georgia. Number 4, Tom Allen at Clemson. Number 5, Pete Kwiatkowski at Texas. Number 6, Bryant Haynes at Indiana. Number 7, Scott Simons at SMU. 8, Pete Golding. 9, Tim Banks. And 10, Kane Womack.
It just depends on the year. And a lot of that, if you got what does our defense look like if we didn't have all those injuries this year? Like Banks hitting my number 1 on my hit list.
Listen, if you're going to run it back with Banks, it just gets back to the portal for me. You've got to go out there and buy starters, man. And you'll have Redmond and Gibson theoretically, but you're going to need another corner, a nickel back. You're going to need at least 1 safety, if not 2. You're going to need a stud defensive lineman, just a big, nasty silverback in there. And that's just at least you've got to do that.
There's a bigger message though. Is again, last thing before we hit a break. Is if the defensive coordinator Josh decides it's going to be Tim Banks again, and they do what you just said, Russ. They got to fortify things. But it still doesn't work, then to me, the focus shifts entirely to the head coach.
And that's that.
And maybe
the
Josh
gamble he's got to make. Yeah.
Maybe he's like, okay, put it on me, man.
Maybe he's so confident that if Tim Banks runs it back and we give him these tools, that it will go back to what it was in 2024.
Yep.
Stay with us. The Drive continues. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues. Every bet type you can imagine. Live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Inward Half is committed to the game and the memorable moments that happen in between. From the tee box to the tailgate, from the green to the big game. For the first birdie with Dad, the first big win with Mom. Friday night lights, Saturday superstitions, Sunday traditions. Fall into the comfort and unparalleled performance of Inward Half. This fall, enjoy the walk-in.
It's time for the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Brought to you by North Knox Siding and Windows. Call 865-689-0505 or visit them online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
This week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is Gatlinburg Pittman High School quarterback Tyson Sutton. Sutton completed 9 of 23 passes for 143 yards and a touchdown in Gatlinburg-Pittman's 23-20 win over Chattanooga-Tyner as the Highlanders advanced to take on Martin Westview in the Class 3A state championship game this week in Chattanooga. Gatlinburg-Pittman's Tyson Sutton, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
North Knox Siding and Windows, locally owned and operated. They can handle all your siding, window, gutter, and roofing needs. Call 865-689-0505 for a free estimate or go online to northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles, wishing you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
It's the most wonderful time of the
Wrapping up on a Thursday, Fan Run Radio. Danny Dollars, a.k.a. Danny De Niro, a.k.a. Danny Upcharge, Danny Dimes, Danny Show Me the Dough, Danny No Nugs, Danny Text a Buddy, Danny Please Play These Prices and Please Pay No More, Danny Direct Deposit, Daniel Plainview, Danny Markup, Danny Talent Fee. On a interview over the weekend with, where was this? Was this on 3? Was it?
Big Orange Countdown, which that's Mike Keith's show.
Okay.
Yeah.
He says that Tennessee is full speed ahead, quote, with the entertainment district.
The Danny District?
Yeah, said that I expect the current G10 parking garage to go down at some point late spring. They will rebuild a bigger and better version of it very, very quickly.
Starting to sound like the president.
Yeah. It's going to be so big. It'll be the best parking garage.
Right, tore down the East Wing of the White House.
It's going to have so many levels on it. So many levels.
Are we going to have still going to have the hotel covering up? We won't be able to see the stadium. When you're coming across the bridge from South Knoxville, you won't be able to see the stadium because there'll be a big hotel in front of it.
Yeah, won't that block the Plaza of Champions that we were supposed to have down there?
I don't know. I don't want to be the old guy sitting up on the porch just saying no to everything, but
I don't like this at all. Danny Madoff as well.
When is it enough, man?
Yep.
When are we going to stop building and say, well, you know what? We've got a good campus. We've got a good school. We've got all the facilities look
We don't
great.
need a hotel there.
It's done. Let's just pour all our money into players and getting the best players we can and have
ships, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. They didn't ask me. I'm beginning to think they never will.
I don't know why.
DR Vol be our final caller of the show. What's up, DR?
Well, Bear had the best nickname for him, and that's Danny Madoff. And Danny Madoff can go to no problem, man. Danny Madoff can go to hell as far as I'm concerned. He said the same crap about the baseball stadium, and look what happened. We lost the guy we built the stadium for one.
That's a good point.
And it's never enough for this guy. I hate him. I absolutely hate the guy.
The popular sentiment has just done a 180 on Danny White just in the past 2 months, ever since Tony left.
Bingo. Both gender and male fans, female fans, we all love Tony. Probably in a very unhealthy way at times, but we all love Tony, and he was seen. I don't think he's ever recovered from that. I still blame him for Vitello being in San Fran.
This guy is changing the routes for fans to get in and out of games, the band, all this. He's worried about a damn entertainment district. Yeah. Build the wall. He's building the wall, right? He's keeping us middle class out.
Just imagine what the traffic's going to be like along there.
It's going to be hell.
I mean-
And then you take away G10. Like that's the best place to tailgate, in my opinion. I've been tailgating there for years. He's just taking it all away. I mean, what's next? Is he going to take down the kneeling statue and put up something he can make a buck off of? It's just
Like
God, I can't
a
stand
statue that'll maybe recite the maxims. You slip him $1 and
A little
Yeah.
coin box on it.
yeah.
Well, no, it's not $1. You got to use your debit
Yeah,
card,
it's
Bob,
like-
and then
yeah.
it's an
That's right.
upcharge
You
for
got
every
it's
time
Danny
you make
bucks.
eye
You got to pay in
contact.
Danny bucks.
Like an animatronic reincarnation of General Nealon that's
Yeah,
talking to
that's what
you.
it
I mean,
is.
he's been riding high. I don't think he ever realized. One thing about this, we'll turn on you quick, like a
I've
rabid pit
turned.
bulldog.
Guys, I know you are up against it. Before I go, I think the Legend Bay is J.J. Peterson 2.0. I don't think he's real, and I refuse to believe he's real. You have a good night, guys.
Thank you, DR.
That's good.
Speaking. Dude wears his heart on his sleeve. I love it about him. Tells it like it is.
He's ready to run Danny Upcharge out of town. The entertainment district. I'm sure it'll be fun when it.
Tony Vitello is
the
what did it
rendering
for
is
me.
great.
The rendering is beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing.
How they've torn down the ramp.
Yeah.
So it's coming down.
How much do you think a hamburger cost up there in the entertainment district?
$20.
Yeah, 23.
The cost of beef's outrageous right now. But yeah, factor that in too as well.
And that's without ketchup.
Without Danny Nomics.
They charge you 25 cents a ketchup packet now.
Yeah, condiments.
50
upcharge.
cents for cheese.
All right, boys, time to get up on out of here. We will do it again tomorrow. Already Friday tomorrow on The Drive. Fan Run Radio. We'll talk to you then.
The Drive.
Everyone loves a Smoky Mountain Christmas, and there's no better place to celebrate with friends and family than Smoky Mountain Brewery. It's the best place to watch all of college football's playoff and bowl game action, as well as exciting Tennessee basketball. While you're there, be sure to pick up everyone's favorite stocking stuffer, a Copper Card, and you'll be the hero of the holidays. Smoky Mountain Brewery, with locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg. Great food, great fun, great people. Smoky Mountain Brewery.
Located in Knoxville's historic